All right, yeah. If you are you recapping for? Yeah, I guess that would make sense since Matt's not
Yeah.
here. All right. Well, I guess yeah. Whenever you're ready.
All right. So wonderful, wonderful journal Matt had, just quite a bit long for our things here. So the battle had ended at a terrible cost. Ash's head went down. Ophelia had revived her. Um, but the creature had escaped as it did to stand in consciousness. We kind of were pretty pissed off that it got away. We go back into the halls. We kind of recoup, do a short rest, brew some teas, talk about a few things. He's like, all right, well, better to rest here than actually just rush ourselves out. We agree. So we take the rest. Um, so then Garrick, he's the surviving Gith. We kind of go through and check everybody. Everybody had died except for Garrick, and Garrick's like, "Hey, I'm alive." So we're like, "Hey, you don't need to fight alone. Why don't you just come on with us?" So he agrees that he's going to start traveling with us. We look around for this red wizard, but he's just gone. Garrick has no memory of him, so we're like, did he even exist? What kind of happened? We're unsure about who the red wizard is. As we exit the dungeon, we see that there's like a whole bunch of mercenaries that are camped out there. We kind of get a little like unexpected. We don't know what to do, so Kudo casts a seeming on us so we can go there, and they're the Githzerai. We kind of just open up to him right away and be like, yeah, we are part of the Fated Fellowship. After we fell for that stupid little trap. Ha! You didn't speak the Gith language, But then we're like, all right, and we, Garrick took over, but then Kudo came out and told them the truth right away. Um, they were willing to work with us and try to talk with us about things, but they wanted Garrick. They were like, no, he's part of this. What did they say? A old like criminal convict. So we're like, no, he had helped us. So we kind of agree that we're like, hey, let's work something out. And they're like, okay, well, we'll let you guys like leave. And they didn't want to trade with us or do anything. We kind of just were able to separate peacefully from them. So then we end up go back. We kind of talk a little bit more as we head back, just some small talk. We go back through the portal. As we get there, we kind of have like a weird, strange comfort because we're back in the abyss, and that somehow feels maybe a little bit better than where we were, a totally unknown place with this brain. So we take a short, downtime activities for a week. Each of us do something. Things were made, ammunition made, some downtime activities, parchments made, things like that, some scrolls. So then as we go through, we do realize that one of the crystals that we had gotten from there had the coordinates to Shadowfell. So the Children of Shadow, there's a cult there that we find out during our talks. We are like, it's where people barter with devils. We talk about who we're going to go with. We decide to bring some of our actual side characters that have been traveling with us, our normal NPCs. So we decide we are going to go to Shadowfell. We step through the portal, they go through gray foliage. Rhea's some sense talking about like this might be her home. She actually has some memories of it. Then while we're traveling there, I guess we see a raven, a woman. She's following us. We kind of go to confront her. I can't remember who shapeshifts. Maybe Rhea goes to shapeshifts and confronts her, and it's being Char Darkmaid. We started asking her a bunch of questions. So she was like seemingly enamored with us. Wanted to like kind of come along with us. I don't even know if she wanted to join us or was thinking of us as traveling from outside of the Shadowfell or because she wanted camaraderie. But she accepted traveling with us for a time being, kind of as our guide, and leads us, kind of shows us around to New Havensguard. That night, she actually leads us to her head there, and it's just kind of this little cave that's tucked away. She offered us what little comfort she could, talk a little bit with her, but now we're kind of just wondering where we're going to be going for companion.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that was pretty long.
Yeah.
Quick question. Rhea has never been to the Shadowfell. I think that might have been Valindra that was saying that they were from here. Or was it?
Okay.
Yeah, Valindra was from the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Sorry. We can correct, or I can let Matt know in that journal.
So
I thought that sounded a little weird.
Couple of things I wanted to ask. When you went to the Shadowfell, did you bring any characters with you? Like which NPCs, if any? Or
We
did you
talked
just-
about who we were keeping and who we were leaving, but I don't remember exactly which ones were which.
took
Yeah.
Balak, Garrick, and who's the other dude?
The K's,
Kevik?
the trio of K's, Balak,
Alec,
Garrick,
Garrick,
and,
and Kevik.
and Kevik.
Yeah,
All right.
Balak, Garrick, and Kevik are the
The
three that
trio.
we took. That's kind of what we agreed on. That's just like the good ones to have in the background while we're going.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. So just those
Lou,
three. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my message, but Rhea had
Oh,
the
the respec for
swap to the feet because of the
Silvery,
silvery
and yeah,
bar.
that's fine because Silvery is gone.
I just
so-
took Warcaster. I figured that's always useful.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yes, you had camped the night with your new friend, Shara. And did we pass the night? Looks
We
like,
was going to, but we hadn't done it yet, I believe.
Yeah, I see us at 12 a.m., so it was midnight. Okay. Alright, anything any of you guys have for me before we start?
And I think Ash is now is back at the bunker. I think she was one of the ones that stayed behind because she's researching or something. I forget what we decided, but if you want
That's
to take
correct.
her out of the
Yeah,
the
actually,
party
I was about
marching
to
and
say
stuff,
that.
yeah.
Ashes is
Yeah.
no longer with the group. Let me make sure I...
I do want to point out, just in case we do get to a fight, about if we drop them and Lou calls out like a new damage die, you can call out like maybe like a hit that you do when you drop them below the certain thresholds.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Flavor.
I'm still testing that out, but whenever you deal a level of wound, you can describe it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wanted to include that so that we're not having to repeat it like every fight. We can just say it at the beginning just to throw the reminders out.
Oh, and I still see 2 Ophelias. Can I get rid of one of these?
The top Ophelia is the 2024 one I am still working on. The full
Okay.
name is the 2014 version still.
Well, which one are you using?
The one that says Ophelia von Lisseltania.
Okay, so then I'm going to move this other one at least to the bottom of the journal, just so I don't have it confusing me.
So who are the NPCs that are with us in Shadowfell?
The Ix.
It's the K brothers, Garrick, Balak, and Kevik.
See, there's more K's in that, but okay.
The ending,
The end of the
ending
Ks.
in K brothers. Do I really
Garrick,
have-
Kevin,
It's
and
Ix
Balak.
squared.
Yeah,
X squared.
These guys right
Yeah,
here.
X squared.
Under your
X cubed.
NPCs.
Or yeah, cubed. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping Matt gets here soon, so we'll just assume he's going to be here. Which one of these guys do we want to... Or do we want to bring someone to help bolster the group for the 6th spot?
I was playing Balak last time, if you guys
Sure, that's fine.
care.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go and
okay.
make them actual character sheets at some point. Okay, so Balak is in combat scenarios. Unless you... Oh, speak of...
There he is.
Speak of Matt. Welcome. Oh, and I should give him that story point for the journal. Alright, so why don't we start by attempting to pass the evening in the cave with Shara. So back to the world map we go. Your tiny section of the world map. Alright, let me consult with the dice. One moment. I should have rolled before the game started. Oh well. Yeah, night passes, no issue. Go ahead and rest.
I rolled my portents there. You can see them.
like a long rest or a short rest?
It would be a long rest.
Lou,
Yeah.
before the night casts, could I cast a spell like as we right before we're getting ready for bed?
Like around
Yeah.
midnight?
Yeah.
Sure, what are you casting?
I wanted to do a divination.
Oh, alright. Wish you had told me before the rest passed, but fine.
Oh. Sorry.
Flashback. Ophelia remembers last night at midnight she casted a spell. Okay,
Yes.
you cast divination. What happens?
I wanted to see if they are going to see us as friendly in New Havasgard if we were to go in as ourselves.
Okay, let me read the spell really quick. Oh, I gotta make up a cryptic rhyme? Jesus, alright. Let's see. What rhymes with xenophobia? Alright, well, I'll just say that the answer you get back would be uncertainty and a fear towards outsiders are normal parts of the new Havisgard society, especially those who travel the plains. So, danger, it could be more dangerous if you are out of disguise. But you don't get like a straightforward, like something bad's gonna happen. Just maybe a bit more risky.
I share that with the group.
Alright, and Kudo in the morning, you chat GPT. What?
Oh, for the cryptic.
Yeah, so I would like to, before we wake,
I see.
I would like to do the thing where I bring out Frank for an hour, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so you're...
Meeting will be a little bit later if that's okay with everyone, and we don't set out maybe until 10 a.m. and 9 a.m.
Alright, so you delay the rest a bit.
And then the other spell I would like to cast is Seeming. Like, do we want to look like Shadow Elves? I would have discussed before the night started, so I could cast it in the morning. Okay.
Sure.
So then I would expend a spell slot before the morning passed to make us look like Shadow Elves for 15 hours, I guess, or no, 14 hours, because 2 hours passed, I guess.
Alright, so this is on... how many people can you do? Up to 8?
Not up to 8. It's
Or is it just
We don't have
everyone
to. Valindra already looks like a shadow elf, so
It's true. Okay.
you could with Riala. It can just be Riala, but you change her skin and hair colors.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's
you
just
guys all just look more emo now.
Yeah. It's like a goth band.
Ophelia has pointy ears now.
Hemophilia.
Okay, I'm
So-
done with my morning routine. Sorry.
Alright, so you do your change. Shara is impressed. She says it seems like a powerful spell. I've seen illusion magics, but none that walk with you as you move. I know I can only
Indeed.
do spells to change the landscape in such ways.
Well, that's quite powerful.
She says it comes in handy, but I think this will help you greatly upon entering the city. Just well, you don't have
What
any...
sort of cover could we use since we don't have any papers?
She says,
Are there merchants who travel who maybe we got robbed of our papers?
Vel,
do
do you have your papers?
I do.
Would we perhaps copy something similar to those for each of us?
Oh,
I
a
don't
forgery,
see why not.
Shara says. I mean, people do forge paperwork to get into places they shouldn't. But
Are we going to need documents to enter?
they'll definitely ask
Most
for
likely,
them.
yes.
Let's let. Is it Clank or Linus? Maybe we should have them go ahead and forge something if we want less questions or less attention drawn.
But I'm not sure what will happen if you're caught.
just do a really good job. Then we won't have to worry about it.
Shara says we can go in, but if you go in with your true forms, I'm guessing the church is going to want to talk to you. They often are suspicious, or at least very careful around those who aren't of this world.
We already are in our new forms as elves here, my friend.
So she nods and says, well, it would be difficult to convince them you just lost your paperwork. That would probably result in a similar situation where the church would want to speak to you.
Do you have any other ideas how we might sneak by besides forging documents? Because I believe we are on a time limit to travel there. Do you have a secret way in?
She says, I mean, for myself, I can turn into a bird and get in pretty easily. I've done it before. But for your group, that might be a little bit more difficult. I'm sorry, you said you were on a time limit? Did something happen?
Oh, I thought with Kudos Flawed, he only was around for an hour or so.
Oh, I see.
That's okay. I did not if he poofs out, it's no big deal. I'll bring him back when needed.
Ah, fantastic.
So she
well-
kind of taps her chin, thinking, and says, I mean, go ahead.
If Val and Shara have paperwork, perhaps you could take a look at that and to help with the forgeries.
Aye, but I believe Chara does not, and Bells might be outdated. Is there a way that Rhea, either you or
Shara says,
friend here-
I do have paperwork. I mean,
Oh,
I was born within the Empire. I just don't generally live within the city. So, I mean, mine's a bit old, but if you want to use it as an example.
do you think it's changed since when? I mean, yeah, I'll absolutely forge some documents. That's if we have time to do that.
She says, well, you all seem similar in age to me from these illusions. I think the older paperwork should work for you, as long as you're
Oh,
good at
fantastic!
your abilities. So
I hope so.
she brings out a scroll, pulls it out of an ivory tube, and kind of unrolls it. And yeah, there's a good amount of information on it, talking about like birthplaces and her parents, a couple other pieces of info. Probably going to take you a couple hours to make everyone a document.
Great. Let's do that. Does
And
everybody have names I can write down? But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask, you have like ink and paper to make these with?
Yep.
All right. So,
And I also have expert forgery.
So I guess is this a tool check? I don't do forgery.
Forgery kit.
Forgery kit. Okay. So I'm guessing, what skill would you want to use with the forgery kit?
Dexterity.
Let's see. I'm just trying to think if there's an actual skill that would work, but we can use Dex. Probably not.
Or
sleight of-
deception.
Sleight of hand, maybe?
Well, deception, maybe.
Sleight of hand is what I was thinking. But
Do
yeah.
you have deception?
Yes.
All right, I'll take deception, but you can use dexterity. So basically, just dexterity with proficiency modifier. And since you have the tool proficiency as well, it would be an advantage.
Nice.
Nice.
Did I roll it?
You need advantage.
Oh yeah. I get to roll it a second time. Sorry.
Alright, so yeah, you are pretty happy with the results. I'm not going to make you all come up with a fake name and remember it. I'm just... Well, I'll just ask, are you using your own names or aliases?
I'll just use my own name just for remembering it.
Kudo, the Kudo, the
Like-
small shadow elf.
Or how about my fake name is Kudos? There you go.
Kudos.
Rhea will use a name that's similar to hers, but there's power in a name, so she wouldn't be giving out her full real name.
All right, fair enough. I guess maybe just like write down somewhere what your fake name is. Keep it in your notes. All right, so you have all your paperwork, and you're gonna head into town, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Frank is gone by now. He would have waved and bowed and disappeared.
Slip back through his portal. All right, so we'll say it's about 12 in the afternoon. When you finish all that, heading down the mountain into the city of New Havisgard. Alright, just let me know if anyone is doing anything before we get there. So, in the distance, you see, as you get closer, there is a large wall around the city, smoke rising up. It's kind of dark, being the Shadowfell, but you can still see a decent distance from on high. Coming down the mountain path, yeah, you would see smaller buildings, mostly smaller homes within the wall, and in the center of the city, a very large towering structure covered with symbols of the Raven Queen. And as you get a little further down, a bell would start ringing, and it looks like a large group of people are headed towards the temple. So you arrive at the gate. There are several guards there. One of them is standing outside the closed doors. He nods as you walk up, and he says, we don't get much travel from the north door. He says, where are you coming in from?
I'd regurgitate something that Shara has told us about her, like when we spent the evening with her and we were peppering her with questions and she was asking us stuff. Like, I'd regurgitate something like kind of some version of what she told us about herself.
Go ahead, make something up.
Like,
So Shara would see you struggling a bit and say, these are my friends. I had them visiting from the capital city. They came to stay with me in the forests. They wanted to stay the night before heading into the city. They're from Devaldia. He says, oh, the capital, yes. I didn't know you had visitors to your house, Shara. You always seemed a bit reclusive. She says, well, these are old friends from back when I still lived within the city. He nods, and he looks over at Kudo. And you made yourself small, right?
Yep.
Or did you make yourself medium-sized?
I can't do that.
Oh, it just has to be the same size. So yeah, he looks over at you and says a bit curiously, you seem a bit small. Is this a child?
Very wise beyond my years. I have I did not grow as most.
Nutrient deficiency while he was
Indeed.
being raised.
Not have a great diet.
I see. My apologies. I didn't mean to make light of it. So you say you're from the city. What do you do there? Is this are you here on business? Were you just here to visit Shara? Is there some other purpose for your travels?
We were here to mostly visit Chara and wanted to visit New Havisgard to resupply before we head back to Devaldi.
Yes, we'll pay our respects at the temple and pass a day or so, and then we'll be on our way.
He nods as one of the as one of the soldiers comes around, kind of collecting your paperwork, which I assume you give to him. They kind of start
Yes.
looking it over, taking some notes. Give me deception checks, up to 2 from the group.
I would
I
love to
rolled
do
before you
that.
rolled for that. I wouldn't have rolled if I'd known you were gonna do the 2.
That's fine. Although I bet if you rolled a 22, you would have been like, yeah.
Does he take them all at once, or are they individually shown? Because if he takes them all at once, then I'll make sure mine's on top.
Yeah, he's kind of collecting them before, like going around collecting everyone. So you're kind of waiting.
Yeah,
to put
I'll make
them
sure
in.
mine's on top.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Well,
so,
and I guess Clank's roll was really good, or Linus's roll was really good too.
so he takes your papers in the back. Shara would say, "Is everything all right?" And he says, "Oh, yeah, no, it's just you're not one of the expected visitors for today. So we just need to take a look at some things, get you situated in town. I'm guessing you're all going to need food and lodging. Just have to, make sure everything's in order."
Indeed.
We appreciate that.
Alright, so some time is passing. You would hear the bells ring from the church a couple of times. And a little while later, the soldier comes back and kind of hands your paperwork back to all of you. And he says, "You're all set. Just head to the inn down the street. Requisition centers can be used to get food, though I think you should be able to get some from the inn. I marked your stay on these sheets, and he gives you some papers. He says you can use these to get any basic supplies and food you need while you're here."
Excellent.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it.
And he takes, he says, "Oh, well, he would have asked you earlier, but how long do you plan to stay in New Havasgard?"
Oh, a couple of days, at the very least. We want to explore everything here.
He says, "All right, well, as per standard, your papers there are good for about 3 days, for visitation. If you need more, you're going to have to go to one of the government centers to get it extended." He says,
Great.
"Make
Thank
sure
you so much.
just make sure you speak with someone if that is the case."
Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate that.
Yes, and welcome to New Havasgard.
My friend, do you happen to have any favorite places to eat?
He says, "Oh, yeah," and he gives you...
Well, I know locals know far better than outsiders.
well, yes, and he gives you the name of a couple of requisition centers, and he says, "But honestly, the bars all have pretty good food. There are a couple of eateries around the city, and he'll recommend a few to you."
Thank you so much.
I just realized.
Lou,
this
can
is
you
the
remind
old
us
map.
the name of this empire?
It is the Vidian Empire.
Yeah, okay.
I just realized this is an older map. I don't have the names of the things on it. Alright, so... he sends you to the Nightshade Inn, as they seem to have vacancies.
Is that named after ingredients that they use? Just curious.
Haha. No. They don't poison people there, at least as far as you know. So he says, just go down the street a bit, go straight. Then when you get to the end, make a return to the, east, then turn south. And If you follow that road, you'll
Do
see.
you happen to have any maps?
You can get one at the requisition center if you need.
Thank you so much. Super appreciate it.
He nods and says, "Enjoy your stay. Hopefully,
Oh, we
we'll have you
will.
here for a while. There are a couple of tasks that might need attention. Should you want to stay longer and wish to, not pay for, but what's the word?
Where can we find those?
He says, well, you just go to
they're not at the requisition center, are they?
Well, if you wanna speak about doing jobs, you would either go to the church or one of the government buildings. They have centers there.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day checking papers, and it's not too monotonous having the same conversation over and over again.
He says, well, this side of the city is pretty quiet. We actually only get a couple of people per day, or if any. Most people come from the west.
Well, I hope you're bored then.
Says, yeah, you have a good day as well.
Deuces.
So yeah, as you enter the city, you see mostly shadow elves walking around. Lots of houses, people, a couple of guards walking the streets. What do you want to do? Shara says, it's been a couple months since I've been back to the city. I guess I never asked you what you all were looking for here. I don't think she did.
Can we be honest with you, Shara?
I hope so.
We're looking for a way off of this plane. But my friend here, as Linus points to his head, he wants to do some good while we find ourselves in this town.
Oh, I guess I just assumed that you were able to move between planes. So you're stuck here?
At this
not
point,
necessarily. Yeah, go ahead.
Ophelia kind of chips up and she goes, actually, we can move between planes. But our goal is to get back to our homeworld, which we have no way to get back to Gaian currently. And we are actually potentially on the trail for some evil creatures that may have spread their influence here.
Gaian. She thinks for a moment. Well, I don't know much about planeswalking or what the name of, well, I guess it's Gaian, but, I don't know much about it. Don't know. Or go ahead.
May I interrupt you, Chara? I don't mean to be rude, but we have heard of a cult that worships someone, I believe, called the Shadow Lord.
She says,
and they seem to be causing a problem here.
She says, you're talking about the Children of Shadow.
Is that their name? I've heard they cause a problem on this plane.
Well,
many of us have. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, they've been around for a long time. I mean, the Children of Shadow have been at odds with the Church of the Raven Queen. Well, for many centuries. I mean, the Shadow Lords obviously are not as old as the Empire, but ever since they started having influences in our world, their followers have caused trouble and often do rituals that lead to a lot of death and destruction.
Yes.
Says they have whole groups of assassins dedicated to hunting them down within the church.
Perhaps we can go to the church then and see if we can get a job about them from them.
He says, well, if you are talented mercenaries, you can certainly quickly rack up your credit within the city, which will get you access to better things.
What's your opinion between the church and the government? I know they are closely aligned. Um,
She says, well, the church is the
do they
government.
treat people well? Yes. Okay. Is the Church of the Raven Queen worth saving from the Children of the Shadow?
She says, well, as far as I know, the church isn't in danger of, or
Ah.
isn't in need of being saved. The government of Devaldia has, or the Vidian Empire has stood for many millennia, ever since the wars that drove our people here in the first place. I don't feel like, unless you know something I don't. Now she's kind of looking curiously. But I myself have no issue with the church. I don't really like living in the cities, but I know many enjoy worship of the Raven Queen and the feeling of protection and guidance that she brings our people.
Forgive me. Back on our homeworld, the church used to abuse their power.
Well,
And weren't always the best of people. They have slayed my friends' family before, put them out on the streets for no reason besides to host fancy parties.
so she lowers her voice a bit and says, well, I mean, it's not exactly legal to talk ill of the church. That said, I wouldn't say the church here is fully corrupt or a horrible organization. I mean, they do protect the people.
Aye, that
We
is what it
have-
sounds.
Well, we have people, and do any of the rest of you want to speak? Anyone have anything to say?
I'm just trying to listen to get all the information she's about to give. So
Matt's leading the exposition here, but yeah, she'll say the church is they're not perfect, but they're far from tyrannical. I mean, they do have the ear of the Raven Queen, and some of the higher priests have even brought in some of her angels and avatars to help in our defense.
That's fantastic to hear. Thank you so much.
Whether you should go and speak to them, I don't know. I'm not sure how I would answer that. I don't know how they would feel about you and your situation.
I think
I'll,
we should.
yeah. Go ahead.
I think we should keep a low profile for now. I would like to explore more of this city before we start introducing ourselves and making ourselves known.
She nods and says, well, why don't we get to our hotel or inn first?
A hotel? How fancy.
She says, well, it's more of an inn. We're not cool enough to get hotels, or at least I'm not. And you guys don't.
I'll have you know.
Sorry?
I'll have you know, my lifestyle is wretched. Sorry.
She says, yeah, you and me both. I live in the woods.
Oh yeah, we're all very alike, actually. Both hermits.
Alright, so you head into the Nightshade Inn. The Shadow Elf at the counter would welcome you. He says, greetings, friends. If I could see your papers, please.
Kudo probably.
Yep.
Alright. So
I
you
hand
just...
it
Or go ahead.
over. I hand mine over.
Alright, so yeah, he takes your papers and does some writing on them, nods and hands them back to you, giving you a couple of keys. Says, enjoy your stay. Just make sure you give me those keys back before you leave in 3 days.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, friend.
So you would notice as you come in and you're kind of heading up to your rooms, there are several elves off to the side, several shadow elves who are kind of talking in oh wait, refresh. Something's going on. In hushed like whispers to each other. I'll say Ophelia and Linus. With your passive perceptions, you overhear them a bit. One of them would say, "Yeah, there was some kind of incident I heard of within the prime material plane. The church has been talking about an event that the Children of Shadow might be involved in. Something pretty crazy happened." He says, "Well, are they sending people over?" And this is just kind of a quick thing you get as you're walking past.
Can I kind of like hang back a little bit and try to like listen in a little more?
All right, are you trying to like be stealthy about it, or are you just kind of standing next to them?
I guess I would kind of just like look around. Yeah, I guess like just as I'm looking around the inn, um, and staying off to
Oh.
the side. Yeah, like not trying to
Perfect.
just stand there.
Small talk
Okay.
about the state of the building.
All right, so you're kind of trying to stand off to the side, like just listening, but being
Yeah.
stealthy about it.
Healthy, yes.
All right. And the rest of you are heading upstairs. So give me. Oh, yeah.
I will. Yeah, I guess I'll stay with the rest of the part. I was thinking about getting a beer, but I'll let you do your thing first. Nothing consequential.
Yeah, I mean, you could go over to the inn or the bar area. So I guess you would
I'll
all
go with
notice
Kudo.
them kind of stop going up the stairs and like go back and kind of stand over off to the side if anyone wants to do anything.
Sorry, John. What were you saying?
I'll go with Kudo.
All right,
Okay,
so I'll
cool.
do them first. So you two go over to the bar area, which is in the back of the inn. There's a bunch of people in there. There's a fireplace. Looks like a couple of young elven ladies are bringing refreshments to people. It's around lunchtime, so there's probably some food being served as well. What are you doing?
Oh man, I like to order. I'll ask Vel if she wants some food and drink, and I would buy for us since she's probably broke since she just joined the game.
Sure.
All right.
Buy lady a drink.
So the
Indeed.
or go ahead.
I just said indeed. That's
Oh,
all.
indeed. So yeah, you sit down at the table. A couple of servers come over. I'll say one server. She doesn't actually ask for coin. She gets your order and basically checks something on your papers and takes a note. And then a few minutes later, she comes back with your food and drink.
Kudo whispers under his breath, "Ah, free food and drink. This place is amazing."
Oh, Kudo's
They
a
don't
socialist.
accept coin here.
Wait,
I'll
say
say
that
they
again?
don't accept. They don't accept gold here.
Oh.
Your gold is no good here. Don't
Then
make
what
it
do they?
kinda obvious.
Then what do they accept?
Favors, trade.
Oh, I see. I should be careful then.
Yes. Don't make your actions so obvious.
Yeah, you know that being visitors, they do take notes on how much you take from the city. And you know it's based on like how much credit you kind of have for deeds done and like your standing within the empire. There's no actual trading of coin. In fact, trading coin is illegal. You're not supposed to use coin to buy things.
Okay. Good to know.
Alright, so you two are enjoying some drink, just kind of sitting at the tavern. What about Rhea? What is she doing?
I'll go with Vel and Kudo and
Okay,
have
so
a beer and a bite.
she's sitting there as well, kind of I don't know. Would she be interested in what's going on, or is this place kind of not her speed? It is very dark here, very different from what you're used to.
Somber. It's so colorless. It's so dreary.
Indeed.
There's no vibrancy. I miss the vividness of the Feywild.
We will find a better plane soon.
And yes, of
I will
course,
say- I will say
the material plane also is much more verdant than it is here. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said that not aloud. I would have mind linked with Rhea.
Right, so
okay.
you're kind of talking in her mind. Yeah, you know if you didn't have this disguise on, you would definitely stand out. All the colors here are extremely muted. Even the colors being worn by the people here, nothing seems bright or really catches your eye. Really feels like a dreary place for someone from the Feywild.
Yeah.
Like even being in the material plane, you felt like the colors were muted. This is twice as bad.
Yeah. So and I wonder like how she feels about the food and drink. Like is it really good or is it like bland and like she kind of expects it to be like tasteless the way their world is colorless.
So the food actually isn't too bad.
So
While
she's pleasantly surprised.
while the tastes aren't like it's definitely not the best food you've tasted. Like it's not it's not bland or like tasteless like you might expect. The taste of the food just tastes like somewhat unique but also flavorful. All right, so
Okay.
back you two are back with Ophelia and Linus. Give me stealth checks, I guess.
Oh, super good at these. Watch this. Huzzah!
Oh, not bad. All right, so you're kind of off to the side, listening in. It sounds like the church has been looking for mercenaries. You hear something about an event happening within the prime material plane. Something bad happened, and it seems like the church might be looking for people to help deal with some of the fallout from that event. Also, there's whispers of cultists in the city, and actually in the Empire in several places. There's some warnings of dark activity, possibly dangerous rituals.
I would discreetly ask Val and Shara if she's still with us. How is magic use viewed in this society? I know there's some places, some governments on the material plane that have some restrictions in that regard. What should we know while we're here?
She says, "Oh, is there? Well, I don't know. Val, would you like to take this one?"
I would think that there's not much magic, but there is some.
Shara says, or go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You probably can explain it better than I can.
Says, well, I mean, I don't know how it is for Arcanus, but as a druid, I know I just have to be careful not to cause disruptions. I mean, magic here is viewed as a tool. The people are quite used to it, and the guards are used to seeing it, but if your magic is disruptive, you can get arrested, just as one might get arrested for starting a fight or any other type of disruptive activity.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's how it works for my type of magic. I don't know if the Arcanists have it different.
Good to know.
But, yeah.
What are the
I
Okay.
think it's the
what are the
same.
beasts of this plane like? I mean, I saw you in Raven form. What other? I'd be interested in seeing the beasts of this place.
She says ravens, rats, squirrels. There's lots of cute critters running around in the forests.
Little?
She says, well, I mean, there's the smaller ones. There's some of the larger ones. Of course, one has to be aware of the possibility of wraiths and spirits, as the dark energies of this plane make those more common in nature. Although, if you're careful and don't travel too much at night, you're usually safe.
Yeah, I think I was thinking more about just a possibility of widening my wild shape abilities, but it sounds like many of your critters are rather similar to the material plane.
She says a lot of scavengers and those animals that aren't seen as often because there's a lot more danger out in the wilds than. Well, I guess I've never been to your plane, but I know there are lots of dangerous undead animals have to worry about, as well as elves. Okay.
Going back to the conversation, do we hear anything else, Lou?
So, after a few minutes, another group of elves come down the stairs. They seem pretty well armed and armored. And after kind of an acknowledgement, oh, do you guys? Well, I'll say they're speaking common. After saying, like, kind of, hello, they head back, or they head out of the inn, kind of southwest. You see them
As
go
they're
out the
getting
door.
up.
Yeah.
They're getting up to leave. Right?
Yeah.
As they're getting up to leave, I am going to motion to Linus and kind of like walk towards them. And
follow.
I'd be like, hello, friends. I'm curious if you might spare a second of your time.
So they stop, kind of turn towards you a little bit surprised, and say, yeah, what can we help you?
Hey, yes, I couldn't help but overhear some of your conversation. That there are some children of the shadow at work here. We are also looking to do some work for the church to see how we can help out. I'm curious as if you can tell us where we may go that we could help in this righteous endeavor.
He kind of looks over you and says, "You don't strike me as the mercenary type. That's what we're doing. Kind of more serious stuff. I mean, if you're looking to do, I don't know, cleaning of bunks or the barracks, you could always go talk to one of the city centers."
Well, I am somewhat of a spellcaster myself, and I may not look it, but I do have some abilities that may belie my physical nature.
Alright.
And I do have some friends here.
We are our appearance, being just commoners, is quite powerful to help in many projects.
He says, "Your appearance. Oh, are you undercover or something?" He says, "What organization are you with?"
Oh, we just recently came from the capital, but we're looking to help the Church of the Raven Queen however we can.
Give me a deception check.
Can I let them know that, like, I am working for the church? I'm just not going to say which church.
He says, he kind of crosses his arms and says, "Stivaldi is a big place. There's a lot of organizations there. Who in particular are you working for? Are you with one of the guilds? Are you with... You said you're a spellcaster. Are you part of the Enclave? Like, who are your benefactors?"
I would say yes. I work for the church.
He says, "The church? In what capacity?" And they all look a little bit nervous.
I say, well, my goal is just the children of the night. Those causing trouble for following the Shadow Lord.
He says, "Oh, so are you a hunter?"
I am indeed.
He nods and says, "So why are you talking to us? Don't you guys have your own group sanctioned for that sort of work?"
So yes, but if we are traveling to a new city, it is always the commoners that seem to hold the best knowledge, and you guys do seem quite knowledgeable about this aspect.
Give me a
Perhaps just...
Go ahead.
I was saying, just if we were going to work together in the future, I wish to be on, good terms with each other, and perhaps we could help each other in the future.
Give me a deception with disadvantage.
Oh, that's not gonna go well.
Can I see him? Don't roll yet.
From the bar?
Yeah.
I would say you're in a different area of the building.
Okay.
Deception at disadvantage, you say?
Yes.
Huzzah!
I don't know these guys. So he looks you over, kind of. You get the feeling he's a little suspicious and says, "I don't know many church hunters just walking around talking to random mercenaries. I mean, if you need info on what's going on, your organization has way more than we do. I mean, we were actually just heading over there to see what jobs they have, trying to build up a name for our little group here."
Oh, what is the name of your group?
He says, "We are the West Wild."
Ah, the West Wild. And what have you guys done so far?
He says, "Well, there
We
was
heard
some."
something about the. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
We've mostly been watching some of the. Our last job was moving with some of the caravans coming in from. Let me hang on a sec. What's the map? Where's my map? We came in with a caravan from Nimruk. And actually, we've been doing some work with the caravans as well as getting some jobs looking into cultist hideouts.
Yeah.
He says, pretty standard, like, hunter mercenary work.
No, sounds like it. You said you were going to go check out the new jobs.
He says, "Well, we have a contact at the church. You know, you guys probably have one too if you're with them."
Alright, we do. Yeah, I'm sure we do. Anyways, can we buy you a meal, or are you all done?
He says,
Or can we sit down for a meal with you?
give me a deception at disadvantage.
Oh man, we're just really
My
pushing.
low is a 21.
What do you mean you're low? There's no safety.
Reliable talent.
Yeah, I have reliable talent, but I haven't been able to figure out how to toss it on.
Gotcha.
So he kind of looks at you a little strangely when you say buy him something, but he says, "Well, we are kind of in the middle of something right now, but maybe if I see you here tonight, we can have a drink. We have
Sounds
an
great.
appointment at the temple."
I appreciate
reach-
everything.
I give him a farewell greeting, and I say, "It was a pleasure meeting you." What is it, Wildwood?
I think it was Westwild. Yeah, Westwild.
Westwild. I look at him and I say, "Westwild, it was a pleasure meeting you. Our group is called the Fated Fellowship, and my name is Ophiliandra, and I look forward to potentially working with you in the future."
He says, "Well, I'm Daloon, and these are my friends here, and yeah, maybe we can talk more later." And the big armored guy says, "Yeah, we gotta run. Let's go, guys." And they nod and walk out the door.
As they go to walk out, I say, "Just a blessing from the Raven Queen to help guide you on your journey." I pull out 10 walloping ammunition, and I look at if there's is there an archer dude in this group?
Well, what type of ammo? Like arrows?
This is crossbow.
Crossbow bolts? I mean, you see one of the fighters has a crossbow strapped to his back. But
I go up
you
to the
don't-
fighter and
yeah, looks like a secondary
and
weapon.
I go up to the fighter and I say, "This ammunition has been known to knock enemies prone, and I pray that it guides you on your journey and you return here safely from all of your honest work that you do." And I hand over 10 walloping ammunition to him.
So he looks at it and he says, "Is this magical?"
Just have a slight magic on it.
Oh wow, you guys, you must have a good rating to be able to have this type of weaponry. Maybe someday we can just pull out some magical stuff and hand it to someone, and they all kind of laugh as they keep walking.
Say,
And yeah, he thanks you.
we all return safe. All right.
All right. So yeah, I mean, at this point, what does the group want to do? You want to do some more RP at the inn? You want to go someplace? I assume after that you two meet them at the bar.
Yes.
I want to
Yes.
go someplace. I want to explore and
Yeah, let's walk around town, right? Go and walk. Is that what you're saying, my friend?
If they don't use coins, then like, is there a market? Like, would we be able to like explore wares, without a economy of coin?
Shara says you can get basic supplies at the requisition center. One of them. There's a couple around the city. Although I wouldn't take too much. You guys are on visitor papers.
Oh, I don't want to take advantage. I've just thought there might. In some cities, there are merchants with unique items that, you can't find anywhere else, and I just didn't know how that would work here.
He says most of the items that are of unique properties are traded to the church for Empire credit with the the Empire. So you usually have to be someone of note to be able to get such things, which you get from working for the city. He says, I don't know if they have anything magical here, but you'd have to go to the church to requisition something like that.
Well, where shall we go first? I look around at the group.
She says, well, the church or, I guess there are other ways, but they're not exactly legal.
Oh, tell me more.
He says there are underground groups that do trade in something called pale coin, which is a type of gold coin that is deemed illegal by the church. He says they often have people with valuable resources.
Well, I would be most interested in what's to be seen there, but
She says,
sounds like it might be a bit risky.
Yeah, I don't have much in the way of knowledge of such things. I'm not much for illegal activities.
I would like to get a lay of the land and see the rest of the city.
She says, well, we can go for a walk. It's,
let's
it's a
do a
fairly
little
large city. All right, so you're just kind of
Sounds
walking
great
around?
to me. Yep.
Yeah, basically just want to cover the entire map if possible.
All right, so...
I'd make a tree friend somewhere here.
all
for
right,
future
well, if you want to
reference.
spend, maybe the day walking around, I can just reveal the map.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Ria's not high enough level for that. Never mind.
Yeah, I was
She
gonna say,
doesn't
I
have
don't
tree.
think you can.
She doesn't have tree friends yet.
So this is where the church is. It's actually pretty close to the inn. But
Oh.
yeah, do you want to just spend the day walking around?
I think at least a few hours. Yeah.
All right, so I'll pass.
We have to be cautious of keeping track of the spells, of Kudo's spell.
It fades at midnight.
Okay.
We turn into pumpkins.
As long as you're inside, you can just re-up it.
Yeah. Make sure we're inside of our hotel rooms by the time it fades.
All right, so let me roll something for passing some time. Let me know if anyone is doing anything while you're walking around or talking. Oh, hang on, let me check something. Alright, so Linus, as you're walking,
Yes.
you hear a familiar voice say, I've always wanted to see one of the outer planes. You kind of look over and see Clank leaning up against a building you're passing by. He says, I can't imagine what kind of energies I could take hold of here and what kind of magical items I could create with them.
I don't agree. Let me. We'll show you around. It seems for right now, it's very important that were very persuasive.
Oh,
Give
well,
me time, and I'll let you explore this land. I promise. I
This
just
is-
want to protect our friends.
I wasn't suggesting anything like that. I was more just mentioning it. Says, oh, your
All
friends
right.
are still walking. You probably shouldn't be talking to the wall.
Do you know of anywhere here where we can find scientists of your liking?
Because I don't know. This doesn't seem like there are any people who have access to
The same
artificer
arcane
magics.
energies, yeah. You would do good here. I'll find a time and the place for you to come back.
Just maybe in a few days. I would love to study, or I just wish. It sounds
Ooh,
like
a library.
Says, yeah, it sounds like the church here might be a bit hostile. I don't know if it would be a good idea to approach them. That said, I bet they have an amazing collection of books.
I personally prefer to stick to the underground as well, Clank.
He says,
We'll see if we find a way to access the library without going through the church.
did I ever tell you about the Artificers Guild in the capital of, shoot.
Tavanis?
Yeah, the capital of Taivanis. It's actually going to look.
You have not. You have not.
This is, yeah, the Teruvian Empire has an amazing guild. Hopefully we can go there someday. I'd love to see some of my old friends.
Let's work to find our way back. I'm sure with our friends now, we'll be able to. Trust me, I would love to get back to Gaia as well. Maybe we could find an Artificers Guild here. I would trust them more than any church.
Alright, so you are continuing to walk. And yeah, you guys probably noticed him drift off for a moment, then quickly start following the group, seeming distracted. Though you've probably seen that of Linus a lot in the last few weeks. Alright, so Ophelia. As you're walking, you hear a familiar voice in your mind. Detoris says, it's been such a long time since I've been to the Shadowfell.
Oh, you have been here before.
He says, the energies this place gives off, even though I don't have the sight I used to have, the feeling's the same. He says, it's a very unsettling feeling, but there's a beauty to it. I don't know, it's hard to describe.
What were you here for?
He says, well, are you familiar with the Raelan Empire at all?
I
Any
have
of its
heard-
history?
All I know is it was a civilization that existed long ago.
As well, one of the reasons it lasted so long was because of Rael's brilliant use of elemental energies, which he used to create a powerful defense against the Cataclysm, which protected a lot of our cities and kept us free of the fires.
You say "are"?
As well, the Raelan people.
Were you once Raylan?
He says, yes, I was part of the Empire.
Oh.
He says, your ancestors were as well. But the Shadowfell was one of the places he had to tap for the energies to create the shielding. So I traveled with Rael here. But again, that was a long time ago.
Is there any advice you can give me about going through here?
Stay out of the forests, and if you do go into the places of the wild, make sure you have your divine radiant energies ready. There's a lot of undead here.
Oh. I do pretty good against the undead. Palor definitely makes sure of that.
Says I know, I've seen. You were a credit to the priests of Palor. I think you would have done well as a war priest.
Taurus, I got one other question. What was Rael like?
He was a complicated individual. I think distracted is a good word for him. It was hard to get him to focus on one thing. It always felt like he had so much on his mind, and was often off doing whatever project he was working on. Also very devout, very spiritual in his connection to Palor.
Oh, well, thank you, Taurus. It's always nice hearing about my ancestors.
Says anytime. Alright, so you spend some time walking around the city. I will reveal the map.
While you're revealing the map, like, what are we really trying to do? Like, part of me wants to learn more about this place, but I feel like maybe taking on a job, which maybe Ophelia, you were trying to do, might be a good way to kind of immerse ourselves in this new place. Yeah, taking some missions. Okay. Rhea,
Especially if,
no?
sorry, especially if, like, it's how we pay for things, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
kudos.
don't have any. We don't have specific storylines that we're following here, right? We're just looking for ways home. So
No,
or what?
no, you're totally right. It's,
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I think the biggest arc is trying to find another portal or something to get back to Gaian eventually, but I don't think that's going to happen overnight. So,
Then yeah, I think maybe
Well-
taking a job and making some small name for ourselves. I don't think we should make ourselves, stand out too much. But if we, made a small name for ourselves, got some credit, then, maybe we can make contacts or learn something along the way that'll give us some leads.
yeah,
correct me if I'm
agreed.
wrong, but didn't we get those crystals from the Mind Flayers, so they had a connection with the Shadowfell and the church
Yeah.
and the children?
They
We
were
don't
here
know.
for some reason, because you saw it
So,
in
yeah.
your memories that they were. And actually, I'll say, as you're walking around the city, Kudo, definitely you recognize some of the places from the memories of the Mind Flayers, so they must have been in disguise here.
Oh, I'll mind
Yeah.
link to the party and relay that. And then, but I would like to get everybody's opinion. So, John, I don't know, your character is a little bit unique. Are you like, oh, I'm home. I don't want to get off this plane. What are you thinking?
We should take jobs. You'll get more recognition, and things will be better accessible.
Okay.
The more you do.
How are you feeling about being back in the Shadowfell? Like, would you want to stay here, or would you want to keep traveling with us?
I'll keep traveling. She has mixed feelings. Sometimes she wants to be here, sometimes she doesn't.
Interesting. We'll have to dig into that a little bit more in a bit later. And then Linus, I don't know if the baby is in the background, but you don't disagree. So you agree? I don't know.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
All right, sounds
I,
good. We're all
yeah.
aligned.
All right, then let's go see if we can find a job.
All right.
I guess
Yeah.
we need a little bit of a cover story where we're like, since we came in as visitors from another town, I guess we'll have to say, hey, we really like this place and we'd like to help out, and we're interested in staying for a while or something. I don't know.
Wow, that sounds like a fantastic idea, Rhea. That's the perfect way to sell us.
Alright, so before that, the dice told me something.
They told you something?
They did. So it's about 5 p.m. You're pretty much finishing up the tour when, let's see. Rhea, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
I will spin.
There is a shadow elf woman standing there, kind of smiling. She says, "Greetings. My name is Amira Raylor, at your service." And she gives you a bow.
Well met.
She says, "I was just curious," and she lowers her voice a little. Are you from the Feywild?"
Ooh.
What a strange question.
She says,
But-
"But a question all the same. Is it where you're from?" And you all
it's-
hear this, by the way.
Everyone, okay, yeah. So I would she would probably glance kind of nervously because she is surprised by this. So she'd probably kind of give a darting glance to her allies, like, and fumble a little bit. But she'd be like, I mean, clearly this woman has recognized something, So I would say,
She kind of looks over at she may not have known they were with you, and she says, "Oh, are these all friends of yours?"
I mean, you must understand that we need to keep a low profile and be productive citizens of this place. I don't wish to advertise, our differences or origins. How did you know?
I'm sorry if I've caught you a bit by surprise. Well, let's just say there's a certain energy coming from you that I can detect. Have you let the church know, or are you here incognito? Did they approve you being in the city?
Will they? Do you think they will? I'm intentionally not answering her question. Will they? Will the church be able to recognize the energy as you have?
She smiles. She says, "So you haven't been to the church then?" Well, first of all, welcome. I have not seen someone from another plane for quite some time. As I said, I am Amira Raylor, an agent of an organization known as the Silent Circle. We have a bit of a different approach to life within the cities. She says, but we really shouldn't talk here, so out in the open. Perhaps you and your friends would join me for a discussion? She kind of looks over it all curiously. So Vel, you actually know a bit about her organization. You know they are a thieves guild, and that they trade in illegal gold, such as pale coin.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
You found the capitalists.
Yeah. Ria would look to the others, but she would say, "Well, my interest is piqued. You are certainly,
Yeah.
I'm certainly what she says, giving you a little smile.
interesting." Is what.
Well,
Kudo would kind of echo in everybody's mind through a mind link, and he'll be like, "Let us be wary. We have seemed to have drawn a lot of attention, but I am interested to learn more about this
I would-
silence."
Yeah. Have you been to the Feywild? Is that how you recognize the energy?
she says, I can answer your questions, but as I said, let's go someplace more quiet. There's a lot of ears around here.
I'm down.
Is anyone watching this now?
I mean, there are some people in the streets, but there's no one like your disguise is pretty good. People are just kind of walking past with their own business. You don't see anyone like listening or following.
Yeah. Nothing could
Sounds
nothing can penetrate the magics of Kudo's seeming spell. Nothing.
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 Apparently, Feywild energy does. For those who know what it is and recognize it.
Alright, Kudo will follow this strange, mysterious woman.
Yeah, we'll be nonchalant, or like not nonchalant, but we'll be like people going about their business, but like, yeah, kind of follow her.
Yeah, Kudo is just whistling innocently.
Alright, so as she's walking down the street, she sort of leads you out into a field area, mostly dead grass. She kind of stops about halfway through, and she says, I was wondering if I could do a quick spell, just to kind of verify that none of you are my enemies.
I don't understand. Be more specific.
She says, just a quick browse of your surface thoughts. She says, there's some detections I can do to make sure you're not with the temple.
And cool. Sounds good. I'm fine with that.
She says, I trust that you are not with them, as the church, well, as far as I know, doesn't have many contacts within the Feywild. Your friends here, I can't verify as easily. So you all gonna agree to this magic?
Very well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So she starts casting some magic.
Counter spell. Just
She says, do not resist the magics. I'm just going to do a gentle probe of your minds. So
I would know the thoughts, right?
I would actively think about some of the beauties of the Feywild for that to be the thoughts she sees.
Yeah. Yeah, you're assuming she's using some kind of detect thoughts spell.
Because I have that spell as well.
So is anyone going to resist and do a wisdom save, or are you all letting her probe? Just let me know if you're not. Yes. Was that a no?
Oh, I was saying, yeah, I am. I kind of don't want her to do it to me. I say, I look at her and I say, I don't know you that well, friend. Why do you wish to do this spell before I just let you?
Well, because my organization is not viewed well by the priests of the Raven Queen. So if you are part of their people, I need to know that before I show you anything more. This is the only way.
I'll let her.
You promise that is all you're going to use it for.
She says, of course.
Then I will let it slide.
I will let her, but before I let her, I will whisper within my mind I'll be like, quiet, my friend.
Wait, who are you whispering to?
The
Oh,
temple.
I got you.
Don't worry about it.
He says she's not going to see me. Do not worry. Unless she uses more powerful magic to detect me. Alright, so yeah, she does a quick surface thought of everyone, and she nods and thanks you. And then she will continue to lead you off into the woods.
So you said that the grass is dead?
Yeah, I mean, there's some, like, most of the grass is withered, because there's a lack of light, so it's mostly just dead grass. There's some, like, there's some weeds, but it's, yeah, there's not a lot of grass on the ground here. Not a lot of plant
How is it
life.
that? Yeah, I would kind of, as we walk, like, kind of banter, like, trivial stuff. But I would ask, like, how is it that the plants grow here if they, then wither so badly? Like, are they green ever?
Shara would say there are places that they grow better, but yeah, this is not one of the better areas for growth. Like the farmlands down south, usually for growing you have to find special patches of dirt. It's more of a nutrient issue than a sunlight issue. A lot of the plant life here has gotten used to not getting a lot of sun. Amira says it makes for some interesting cuisine. I imagine coming from the Feywild, you've seen quite the opposite.
Very much so. To me, this is nearly colorless. I suppose you call this green, and she'd point to like the healthiest of the patches of weeds. But for me, it is gray and colorless.
She nods and says, "Yeah, it takes some getting used to." But I've lived here all my life, so this is home to me.
Of course.
So she leads you to kind of like an old-looking, dilapidated cabin in the woods. She would say, could you wait outside a moment?
Is this where you go get like the rest of your people to jump us?
She laughs and says, no. I just need to open up a passageway, and I need to keep it secret how the passageway opens.
Ah.
So she walks inside. Is anyone going to try to do anything to like see what she's doing, or are you all just waiting here?
Will we? Well, yeah. No, that's fine.
So she comes out a moment later and motions for you to enter. Says, "All right, come with me, please." She says, "The Shadow Market is an area we've built for ourselves, kind of underneath the city, where trade can be conducted. And as you go into the old dilapidated house, there is basically like a opening in the floor and stairs going down." She says, "It's hard to get in unless you know one of our secret entrances."
Is it? Can we leave whenever we wish?
Well, I mean, there are ways to leave as well. But I will, if you wish to leave, I will take you out. You're not going to be trapped down here.
All right, very well.
Thank you.
Is this
Greatly
safe?
appreciate it.
Alright, so she leads you down the stairs. You would hear what sounds like a hatch closing behind you. And when you get to the bottom, there is a woman down there, probably in her early 40s, sitting at a desk writing something. She nods to Amira, stands up, walks over to the wall and taps it in several places as a glowing portal opens.
And I'm sure that Clank was Clank able to see that and now knows the exact sequence, right? Isn't he able to like mimic?
Oh, it's Linus right now.
Mm.
But yeah,
I
you're
wasn't
not,
sure if
Yeah,
Clank
I
could
do.
see through the eyes or whatever, but yeah, okay.
you're not sure exactly how she opened it because she didn't cast a spell. You're guessing she has some kind of magical item. But she would motion for you to walk through.
I thought it was like a entry code kind of thing, like that mechanism, but okay.
She says,
I will
This
walk
way.
through. Thank you,
Yeah.
my friend.
Alright, so you come through the portal, or you go through the portal. As you come through on the other side, it seems like you are in a very large room. There are a bunch of people in the room, like talking. It looks like a bunch of things being traded, and she would say...
Underground, right?
Yeah, it looks like it is probably some kind of underground because there's no windows or anything. She would say, all right, why don't we have some food and we can talk. And she leads you over to one of the stalls in this large underground forum. Takes a seat.
I would seat myself like in a way that I can like watch the comings and goings of the bustle while we talk.
So there's a bunch of stalls down here. Lots of shadow elves walking about, as well as several other races. You would notice there's some humans, some dark elves, probably some high elves as well.
It was more brightly
Multiple
colored,
elves?
either in their own physical features or in their clothing than the rest of the Shadowfell.
Some of their clothing does look like it could be from Gaian.
Oh,
We did
yeah.
not see that on the surface, right?
Walking around the city, you did not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's possible that we wouldn't draw as much attention here if we didn't have our disguises, but
Yeah, that's
still
correct.
probably we would draw attention, yeah.
It seems like this place, well, it seems pretty large, and it reminds you more of a market you might see on Gaian. Were you saying something, Kudo?
No turtles?
You don't see any turtles, at least not
Ah.
right now.
Poodle size.
So she would look curiously at Rhea and say, "So, I am correct, yes? You're of the Feywild."
Yes, I did not. If you, yes, you are correct. I don't see any reason for subterfuge, since it was so very far-fetched and unlikely for you to, come up with that if you didn't have some true way of detecting or recognizing.
She says, "Are you an agent of one of the courts, perhaps? Like, are you with one of the lords of winter, maybe, or summer?"
I was raised in the summer court. I have no official affiliation, but I know many of the courtesans.
She says, "I know your people have been seen around here more and more since the incidents, and I assume you've heard of what happened on Gaian."
No, actually, we heard that there was an incident, but we haven't heard the details.
As well, there's a lot of rumors around the market, but apparently some sort of ritual was cast, which killed a lot of people.
Do you know where? Is there a city or a continent name that has been given?
She says it happened.
And how long ago?
Well, the rumors started a few days earlier, a few days before now. We don't know exactly where, just that many died. It seems to be the work of the Children of Shadow. And I know that the Feywild has been having instances such as this where they are.
Is it so? I was not aware.
She seems surprised. She says, "Really?"
I'm assuming. I mean, Rhea's been gone from the Feywild for 20 years, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming she didn't know that there was this kind of activity in the Feywild.
Remind me what you did there. Like, were you part of? Were you like an important part of the courts?
I was a kid.
Okay.
I just grew up there.
Yeah. So you don't remember anything from your parents talking about corruption or the Shadowfell or anything like that. So it may have been after you left. She says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
so she would show some concern, yeah.
and what about the rest of you? Are you? I'm assuming you're not of the Feywild."
I am not. I am a native of Gaian. The news that you have given is disturbing, but I believe we were already aware. Fortunately.
She nods and says, "Well, yeah, I'm surprised you hadn't heard about it. So, when's the last
I
time?"
just told her
Or go ahead.
I just told her that we were. I just said that we were. I was afraid that we were already aware.
Oh, you were already aware. Okay. She says, "But
We
you
were
don't-
aware of because of the rumors we heard today, or sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah. Is that what you meant, Kudo? Is that we heard the talk at the tavern today?
No, we knew it because we did sending before.
Oh, okay.
That's
I see.
true.
I apologize. I mix up my timelines between different games, so I was.
I guess there were
Okay.
clues from the sending, right? So you know something
this-
bad had happened.
Okay, so we did get some communication from. Okay, gotcha.
More than just clues. I mean, the Queen Dianara pretty much told us what happened when we left. We just went to shit, basically. Isaac was completely taken over by the Shadow Lords, from what we know.
Yeah, I don't think she told you about any specific event that happened though. Like what would have happened that killed a bunch of people? Because Issyk was not a populated city.
I mean, Issyk had
I mean-
a terrible catastrophe that killed a bunch of people like 100 years ago, but yeah. There's
I'm
probably
talking-
something else that's happened since this rumor that started in the last few days.
I'm talking more recently. When I messaged her, she said, I thought all the hobgoblins and basically all the people that we were adventuring died or scattered. And
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
and
that's
we
true.
lost. We lost.
But I don't know
the,
that that's something that would cause like gossip in across the plains, like because that was a campaign of a few groups of people, not so much like. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the incident is that is being referred to. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that's fine. I mean, you could think maybe
In or
that's
out
what
of
she's
character,
talking
yeah.
about. So she says, well, I guess when's the last time you've been to Gaian? I was hoping, being from there, maybe you could tell me more about what's happening.
We have not been there for X number of days. I don't know how much time it's been, but we were able to send a message over there, and we heard news of something terrible happening in a town called Issyk.
She says it would be valuable information to know more about what happens. You say this event may have happened at Issyk.
Indeed.
She kind of takes note of that.
If we speak of the same event, I don't know.
She says, well, you've come to our plane at a bit of an auspicious time. As we said, there's been a lot of strange events happening. So I guess, how can I help you all now that you're in the city? Is there something specific you're seeking?
Well, primarily we seek to return to Gaian, but as we don't have any leads, we thought to perhaps take work here and make contacts and see what clues come up.
She
Indeed.
nods.
Jump in.
We've been.
I say,
What did Mikey say?
I don't
You're
know,
very
it's like
quiet.
at the bottom.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
hole.
sorry.
Oh no,
yeah.
I hear you now. Yeah.
Microphone was above my head. Sorry, because I was eating. I jump in and I say, actually, yes. We were hoping to learn more about the Children of the Shadow. We have come across these Shadow Lords that they worship in the past, and following their trail seems to have led us here. And one of our reasons for being here, as well as trying to return home.
Says, well, they're a pretty old cult within our world. They are worshippers of the Shadow Lord and often at odds with pretty much everyone within the Empire, both the Church and all the other organizations that function, because their presence usually means that something bad is about to happen.
Yes, their presence also quite disturbs me as well, from what I've heard. So I would like to help out in whatever ways we can to try to push them back or avert a crisis that they may wish to do here.
Well, there's certainly opportunities for that, especially recently. Now, I'm assuming you haven't spoken to the Church yet.
No, we have not. You are almost our first stop. I do wish to go talk with them and see, but nothing yet.
Is Shara still with us?
She
I imagine-
is. She's just been
Okay, yeah, I
quiet.
can-
She's kind of sitting
Yeah.
at the table, like,
Just
very
kinda,
interested
like-
in all this.
Yeah.
So she says the Church is not often friendly to outsiders, at least not outsiders that they are not expecting. That's kind of where we come in, providing alternate accommodations for those from planes such as yours. I assume you have gold.
Not this pale gold that you spoke of, but
No, not
Ah,
pale gold.
you. I see you were only kind to us to steal our money.
She says, "Whoa, Relax, friend. If I wanted to steal your money, you would have been jumped by now. Trust me.
You wouldn't have survived us.
I kind
I
of shake my
promise
pouch a
you
little
that.
bit so she can hear the coins. And say, yes, we do.
She says, I
was-
assume so. Those from your world.
It was our
Go ahead.
it was our intention to go to the church next, seeking jobs. But
She says, you don't want to go to the church. It'll take you forever to get anywhere with those bureaucrats. She says,
but would it not give us some renown or standing with the Empire that could aid us?
What'd she say to that? She says, oh, well, I mean, we can give you renown and standing within our ranks. I mean, and we'll pay you for it. You don't just have to work for credit. She says, and you already have gold, which we will happily trade for our currency, as we have people who often like to travel to your world and need gold to do so.
For equal value or at a loss?
She says, we can
I
give
mean,
you...
but beyond that, aren't people with this shadow coin, aren't they condemned? If we're found with it in the city, we'll get in trouble, right?
Well, yes, but just don't go trading it with people in the city. Just use it in our markets.
Just here in the underground.
Exactly.
And the money exchange that you offer is equal or at a cost?
She says, well, it kind of depends on how much you have. There's a cost to the trade. We have to pay people to do some of these exchanges after all. But, I mean, that's better than working for the church where you start with nothing.
I kind of look over to Ophelia because I think of the group, she was probably the one that was most interested in going. Oh, well, maybe Val, since you serve the Raven Queen, might have been interested in us allying with the church or going to them.
She feels a little indifferent on the church. There's good and bad.
So you're devout to the deity, but not necessarily the humanoid constructed organization.
Correct.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
She says
I would be 60-40. I'd want to go more for the church, but I am also not a follower of the Raven Queen, so I'm not yeah, we need to work with them.
She says, well, I'll tell you what, at least for a start, maybe I can show you some better hospitality than a very normal inn. We have decadent services down here, a spa and a pool area underground, as well as large lavish rooms. I assume, being planeswalkers, you have a good amount of coin and would like to stay in luxury.
Ophelia's ears perk up at a spa.
Aria looks indifferent. She's perfectly content in the wilds.
She seems a little bit worried by that response. She says, no. Well, are you interested in staying someplace more lavish tonight?
I'm interested in
How will this
new
affect our
experiences.
tickets? These tickets here.
She says,
That say we're gonna stay at the inn.
She says, well, we don't use their credit system, so you won't need those. You just need coin. I'm
Aye,
assuming-
but won't they notice that we didn't stay for a night and disappeared?
She says,
We've
well,
already paid.
Yeah, we did check in at the gate. We
Yeah,
are recorded.
if you had already gone to the inn, they probably would have marked it. But even if you hadn't, I mean, they don't watch that closely. They could have assumed you stayed with a friend.
Great.
Unless you make yourself a target, they're not going to investigate everything you do. They don't have the power to do that for every citizen and visitor.
Wow. That is
Yes.
good information. Thank you.
I've noticed that very few of the people above were. There was very little diversity and color, but there are a few more such things down here. If we were perhaps using illusion to blend in above, and what you see is not our actual appearance. How would we be viewed if we stood out more down here?
You mean without disguises?
Yes.
Well,
We
as
are-
you can see,
Oh.
there are many different types down here. I don't think anyone would mind as long as you didn't make a target of yourselves. The shadow market is open to all as long as you behave. You know, no charm magics, no using illusions to cheat people. Kind of basic.
What kind of
common
what kind of work
decency.
are you proposing? Tell us about this silent circle.
He says, well, I wasn't necessarily proposing work right away, but we do have a few things once we get some more information on, you know, your talents that you might be able to help us with. She says there's been a lot of cultist activity recently, and we need people to look into it. She says we have some information from our spies, but we might need people within the city who can do some investigating and maybe defend themselves if need be.
Would the missions take us out of the city, or are they something inside the city that we would be doing?
It could be both. I don't know yet. I'm a member of the Silent Circle, but I'm by no means any type of leader.
Have you spoken with your leadership about us, and they sent you to recruit or speak with us, or was it just by chance that you saw us and they have yet to know of us?
It was completely by chance. Well, I'll say that I have a connection to the Feywild, which is the only reason I even noticed you.
Tell me about that.
I want to give anyone else want a chance to speak at all? Just make
I don't really want to RP anymore, but I wouldn't mind trying to pick up a mission. Is ultimately
Yeah.
what I would like to do as a player.
All right. So yeah. So I
But-
guess. Or go ahead.
We will gladly help you out, I'm sure, and keep a low profile. Quite a yeah. Let us know how we can help you best.
Well, are you interested in staying the night down here and maybe doing some shopping, or are you going to stay at the inn you have?
It won't draw attention if we don't stay at the inn, will it?
No. I mean, I guess it is free,
Thank you.
so that would be the only
Yeah.
upside of it.
Promise.
He says, well, I can't
Alright.
guarantee that what you do won't draw attention, but unless you are being hunted by someone, I don't think anyone's going to notice.
I'll look over to Valindra and Ophelia. Are you
How
okay
ex-
with staying the night here?
How expensive are the lodgings here?
I'm not opposed.
I would love to use this spa.
Okay.
So she says it's 10 pale coin a night.
Per room, per person?
Yeah, per room per person, and that includes all the luxuries.
And how
What
does
is
that convert?
Yep, there you go.
Well,
What does it convert?
if you have coin you wish to convert to pale coin, we can convert it at a 1% rate.
What does that mean?
So if you want to,
We get one coin
Convert-
for every 10?
yeah, if you
Or-
want to convert 100 GP, you'll get 99 pale coin.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So a room costs 1,000 gold.
No, he's
no.
Ten-
If you,
we're
ten
only
gold.
we're paying 1% fee for the exchange.
yeah,
so we're getting
Oh.
99 pale
So
coin.
you-
Gotcha.
Yeah, you give them 100 gold, they give you back 99.
I wasn't sure what he meant at first too, but
Ye-
that okay, yeah.
10 gold and a silver per night.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Basically, pale coin has the same value as gold.
Okay.
Pale gold.
Very well. Very well. Let's. What time is it? It's like only like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, it's probably about 6 after you came here.
Can we check out this market?
She just kind of motions around her. She says there are many, well, the market, you're in the main market area now, which is kind of the large kind of main area, but there are a lot of side halls that go to different places where
has the good
business
stuff?
is conducted.
Unique
Okay.
items of power.
While my other friends look around at the market, can I maybe reduce our rent by helping your chefs cook dinner for people tonight?
She says, no, the inn will probably ask for the full amount. It's kind of an
Alright.
exclusive place.
It's not so much about the gold. It's I would be disappointed to eat such poor quality food. I can do much better myself. Let me help.
Do you know the
She
quality
says,
of the food?
well, I don't run the inn, but you're welcome to speak with them.
Ah, okay.
So she says, how many coins do you want to convert? I can get that done for you. So I guess how many pale coin do you all want?
Do we want to do just enough for the inn, or do we want to do a few hundred? I mean, if we end up finding stuff we want to buy, we're gonna have to do a bunch more. So maybe it doesn't matter if we do just enough for the inn for now.
I mean, you
Sounds
can all
good.
just do it. Like if you want to minus every 100 gold pieces, you get 99 pale coin. If you just want to buy some pale coin, we'll just say she
Just
gets it
do
done
enough.
for you.
Let's do enough for the inn tonight, and then we can see if we end up finding stuff at the market or magic items for sale that we want to try and invest more.
All right. So you go. So she goes and basically brings you some pale coin for the gold you give her. And yeah, it looks like this is a huge underground market. Lots of places to eat, buy supplies.
Are we saying that we converted like, I don't know, 70 gold into pale coin so that we can cover the inn? Is that what we did?
I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah, you
So
can
that
do
would
it
be
for
like-
yourself.
Oh,
Easy.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also just doing it for myself. Yeah.
Oh,
If
gotcha.
you want to
Okay.
do, I
All
guess if you want
Um,
to do some for the party treasury, that's up to the whole group. But
Oh no, that's fine. I'll just put in that I put in like 11 so that I can cover my inn, and I'll yeah.
yeah, it's basically a
Kudo,
1%.
what were you
fee.
saying?
So 11 and one
10 and
one
a
copper or one silver.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, it's 10. What? I'm so confused. It's 10 gold and 1 copper, right?
Yes.
Well, right, but
Or
the
10
11,
or 10
I'm
pale.
subtracting 11 gold, and then I'm adding back the silver, yeah, or the coppers that make up that gold piece that I subtracted. So
I toss
Uh,
you a copper and just say, here's the conversion.
yeah, thank you, because then I don't have to have a bunch of extra coppers in my bag.
Yeah.
So-
I figured it's because you have no copper.
So
Yeah.
10 gold pieces cost 1 silver piece.
Right, but and I was thinking of that 1% fee though. That's why I was yeah.
Kudo.
And I
Kudo.
thought
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I thought you said it was 1%.
Yeah,
So that would be 1
100
copper.
100 silver pieces is 10 gold, right?
Yes. So for 10 gold, then we're just subtracting 1 copper.
Correct.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that right? Am I just
For the
not
fee.
doing math well?
Yeah,
I thought it
'cause
was
you just-
10. I thought it was 10 and 10. So like 10 silver is a gold. 10 copper is a silver.
Was a
Exactly.
silver,
So
yeah.
1% is a copper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
Wait, 100
'Cause-
copper is in 1 gold piece.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So 1% would be 1 copper.
Because you're throwing me
Oh,
off
and
by
no,
saying
you're
it's
right.
10
You're
gold
right.
and
You're
1
right. It is
silver.
10. It is 10 copper for a gold piece.
No, what?
Or
Where are
one
you? Well, no, you're throwing me way off.
No,
now.
it's 10 copper for a silver piece, and it's 10 silver for a gold, right?
So how many
Yes,
gold is
it's
100
just-
silver? It's 10
Why,
gold.
why
10.
does that even matter?
10
Why
gold.
does
No,
that
no,
matter?
100 silver. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a silver piece for 10 gold pieces.
It's the silver. Okay, all right.
Then that's 10%.
No,
That's
that's
10%.
1%. 10%.
A copper. It's one
10
copper.
Okay,
per
okay.
gold.
Hang on. 10 silver into a gold. 1 silver would be 10%. 10 silver into 10 gold. 1 silver would be 1%. Right? Am I just like completely losing my mind?
It was okay. So 100 gold 1% of 100 gold is 1 gold. So-
no, I am very sorry. Lou is
You're
right.
You
Yeah.
gaslighting
okay.
me? I'm like, did I forget how to
gotcha, I
math?
What?
It's like, am I forgetting math?
Thank God we don't use fucking Electrum.
Kudo, do we have GP gold in our inventory that we might want to convert to this shadow coin so we could buy things?
I don't think we should convert a bunch of things before we see if there's things we want to buy, because if we leave this plane, then won't have.
I'm going to just say this out right now, is that you guys are feel free to do the ledger and look at the treasury yourself. And
Yeah, there's
if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind fast forwarding through this kind of stuff.
Great. Yep.
But,
yeah, there's. I mean, there is gold in the ledger.
Let's move forward then.
All right. So, like I
We've
said, she,
exchanged our gold and
But it's
everything.
old Empire. It's old Empire gold that we have in the party inventory.
yeah,
ledger.
you can't exchange old Empire gold. It would just be normal gold for now.
We can't exchange old Empire.
If you want to, sure, it's fine. They don't care. Gold is gold to them. All right, so we're fast forwarding past this. I'll say she finishes eating with you all. As I said, does the conversions, and you said you are going to the inn, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
The spot in.
So she leads you to a basically down a side hallway to a very lovely looking kind of underground garden with a blue fluorescent light coming from several plants and some really nice looking statues. Leading you inside, there's there's large rooms, there's like a pool area, there's like a hot tub area, and that's where you're staying for the night. And that would be the 10 gold.
Cool.
Alright.
Perfect.
So, time is passing. Let me know if anyone is doing anything.
I mean, I'm taking advantage of the spa.
Alright, so you're having some spa time. Everyone is relaxing. Why don't we do a break?
Great.
And we'll come back in a little bit.
So what do we want to try to do? Get a job from these people underground?
It seems like the move.
Cool. Let's do it.
I'd like to try to see if they have some healing potions before we go, since the last fight I have 0 left though.
Here, Rhea has a greater and a regular. Do you want one of those? You can spread them
That
out.
would be phenomenal.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't have a regular. I have 2 graders. So take one of my graders. I'll subtract one.
Oh,
I think that those have been like sitting in her inventory since we came to the abyss.
Yeah, that last fight, I had 4 potions. I had a superior, a greater, and 2 regular, and I went down so many times, and quaffed it myself. And Kudo just kept pulling it off my belt and pouring it in my mouth.
Yeah, I have trouble sometimes. I know we weren't in Isaac very long, so I just, and did we do the church, the defiled church in Char in this group?
Yeah.
And all the way back in Char, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, we did. Okay, all right. So we did Char, church, we did hobgoblins, but we didn't really do much in Isaac. And
Yeah.
I sometimes,
We got
I'm trying. I've played this
I
campaign.
mean, we got
so many versions
through
of this
Isaac
campaign.
before we left.
Yeah, but we didn't do very much in Isaac. But
We did most of it.
no, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
We never even went into the keep or underground, right? In this group?
We were underground.
We did
and
go
we were about
underground.
to head to
Wait,
the
wait. Are
keep
you talking
before we
about
left.
underground under the cathedral with the demis, or are we talking about the Nightweather Vault?
We didn't get to the vault.
Did
We
we
did
meet
well-
Chiron?
Hang on.
Did
Don't
we meet
talk.
Chiron?
Don't talk too
Sorry.
much about spoiler stuff. In
Okay.
this group, you guys got there, and then you decided to go ride the train, and that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we
yeah,
never
that's
went into
what-
the keep, right,
No,
Lou?
you
In this
basically
group,
did zero Isaac stuff. You got there,
We
you
did-
left.
we did a church, and I think we might have been in the cathedral, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, the group
Yeah,
basically.
that's
did
what I meant.
None of
That's
the
what I meant,
Isaac
is that
stuff.
I don't think we did very, very little of the Isaac chapter in this group, which is fine. I was all about us jumping on the train and like exploring new things, because I had only discovered the train in one other group, and we didn't do anything with it, so I thought that was cool. But I do have trouble now we're in the Shadowfell, and I've played this several times, and I know some of the stuff about what's going on in this empire and what we could do here in the Shadowfell, and so I'm having sometimes there's a little challenge for me to mitigate
Well,
I mean
it's fine.
know-
Like
yeah.
if you get mixed up at some point, I'll tell you your character wouldn't know that. It's probably,
cool.
but that's probably better than me than you having to talk about everything that you've seen in the other games, because that could spoil some stuff.
No, I wasn't going to say any specifics, yeah. But I did. I thought of a question a moment ago, and now I've lost it. Or maybe it'll come back to me. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So in this group, how much have we actually learned about the Shadow Lords?
I don't think there was much. You've heard the name before, but I don't think.
And we
the
know
group
that the
knows
Children of
much about
Shadow,
them.
and we know the Children of Shadow support them, but we haven't really learned all that much or encountered all that much with them, right?
No, in fact, I don't think. Did this group ever even hear of that word being used?
I think we've heard of the cult of or the Children of Shadow, and
Yes, we
we
have.
got the Shadow Lord
In the
word.
last
word
session, we heard of the Shadow Lords, and then also a long time ago, set in the session 60s, when we went to the desecrated church, we heard of the Shadow Lords as well.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. So we did explore under the church in Char, and then we've gotten some intel about the Children of Shadow. So yeah, that's what this group, I guess, knows about the Shadow Lords. But it's vague. We've heard of them.
The
dark
Shadow
and
Lords are running the cultist church, and then Arden Relic is also a pawn of the Shadow Lords.
Yeah. Well, and I guess honestly, this group actually, I have to say, I think that it might be Shadow Lord, singular, because of how little we
No,
encountered.
because in the church we heard of the original Shadow Lord's assistant rising up to Shadow Lord.
Okay, so we have heard of both Guyvok and Malik. Okay,
Yep, we know their names.
good.
Let me know when you're all back in chat.
I am back.
Yeah.
All right.
Got 4. I think it's just we have to wait for Felix. Okay, so yeah, not a lot of breadcrumbs where we're at right now, but we've got a whole new city to explore, and it sounds like we have 2 options for getting some quests. I think that Ophalia and Rhea will actually be pretty effective on this plane because of our radiant damage.
God, I'm so excited to finally be fighting undead again. Holy shit. That's everybody, Lou.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at something.
Yeah, I'm like, as soon as I was like, wait, undead? Yes.
Yeah. There are moments where you get to certain places in certain campaigns with certain characters where you feel like a god, and then other times you're like, I'm really ineffective here.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Rhea needs better armor though. She's still squishy. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no worries. So you spend the evening at this spa place. And I'll say you guys have not had a nice rest in a while. I mean, it's not like the bunker had lots of baths or anything. So it is nice to get yourselves all ringed out. I'll say your stay at the spa has gotten you 5 temp HP each.
Nice.
Feeling very... No, you're not leveling up. Like, we're staying at the spa every night.
It's an extra magical spa.
Yeah, it's a level up spa.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
the long rest is about to pass, or it already passed.
I was gonna pass it unless anyone had anything they wanted to do. You can go ahead and pass it.
The usual. I have to put up the spell again, and then I have to. I would like to bring out Frank again.
Alright, so during the night, you kind of get everyone
Before-
together and recast the seeming spell.
Correct.
Got it.
I'm also, at the end of the night, before we go to bed, doing another divination.
Oh, where is Frank gonna stay? Is he just kind of hanging out in your room?
I mean, he's only out for a little bit. He just steps out of a portal.
Yeah, just the cleaning people might be a little freaked out by your demon.
Well, we're all guised, right? We're all.
Oh, you could.
You-
That's true. I guess you could disguise him too.
He just sits on a chair and watches them clean.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. All
Very
right.
stoic.
So in the morning, you all awaken. You've had your long rest.
Oh, Lou, before you did that, I did a
Yeah.
divination.
Oh, what are you asking?
I am asking if we can trust these people over the church for our mission.
So, you would get back. Both could be potent allies. Both have dangers associated with them.
Interesting.
I'll relay that to the party. And that's it.
Okay, so
So in the morning, Emira would come visit you again.
Shara's still with her?
Yeah, Shara.
did you say?
Actually,
Okay.
I don't know if Shara would have wanted to pay to sleep here. She might have left.
I would pay for her if she wanted to. Just
you
because
are.
she seemed like she was really interested in all the ongoings, so.
All right, she.
Alright, I'll subtract that, yeah.
She's
Why doesn't
very-
she just stay in the same room as Rhea? I mean, not to put that.
No,
on-
I understand. Yeah, no, that's fine too. I would invite her to stay with me if she wants to do that.
Well, she can. Then she just can't use the spa or anything. She would just hang out in your room.
Can't? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, well then,
Which
yeah,
is
I would pay
fine.
for her then.
Oh.
Pay for her. I'll pay for her. Yeah.
So she is very thankful. She says this is. She can't go to the buffet. She can't have any of the crab bisque or anything. It's like, it looks so
Yeah.
good. All right, but yeah. Then,
I would share with her that I'm rather fond of the wilds myself, although I don't necessarily object to a softer bed or a relaxing environment, but yeah, this is not something I've experienced for a while either.
So she is scarfing down the food. I'll say it's morning time, and she says, "I'll be honest. I have never stayed any place this nice in my life. You are all amazing for treating me to this. Thank you, because I definitely couldn't afford it. I mean, I don't have any gold. I just have city credit. But yeah,
Just thank you for your help, Shara. It's appreciated. And shall we go now and see what we can do here?
Shara,
Wow.
you should join us. I mean, it doesn't have to be permanent, but just stick with us while we're here on this plane. You seem interested in us, and you have interesting things to teach us about this plane, this world, your home.
she says, "Really? I can stay with you all?"
I would appreciate that. You are a fellow
Please.
druid, but you're a druid of a
As long
plane
as you feel.
different from the ones I know. That I would learn from you.
She smiles and gives you a hug. She says, "Thank you. That's so kind of you. Yes, I would love to stay with you all. You just seem so interesting, and this food is so good. And oh my goodness, that hot pool of water. Ah, it's all just so amazing. Thank you."
Consider yourself hired. We're happy to have you.
And as
Let's go.
she's nodding happily, a familiar figure walks over and sits down at your table. Amira says, "So, what did I tell you? Isn't this so much better than staying at a raggedy old inn up in the city?"
I mean, the inn seemed fine, but yes, this is very, very nice.
Well, yes. I mean, there's fine, and then there's luxury. She gives you a wink. She says, "Well, I'm glad."
They need more. They need more potted plants in here. No. Anyway, go ahead.
She says, "I don't think. Well, in any case, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I came to see you all because I have an ask from our guild. There is a possible camp we've uncovered of some of the cultists. We've seen some of their people retreating from the city, and one of our scouts has located a possible campsite." She says, "We could send our own people in, but I told them about your that you were planeswalkers, and they thought it would be safer to maybe send you in and pay you for your work rather than risk some of our people."
It's safer to sacrifice us. What sort of pay do we get?
She says, "Well, I mean, you're mercenaries, right? I thought that's what you asked for."
What sort of pay do we get? If you're too afraid to do it yourself, it must be quite great pay.
Give me persuasion check. I guess that was a persuasion. Linus?
I'm trying. Roll 20 is slow. There we go.
So
Shouldn't be at disadvantage.
she says, "Well, I mean, we don't know their exact numbers, but we could start off at maybe 100 pale coin each, and you can keep whatever you find among their possessions."
Sounds good.
Deal.
Also,
And
can you point us to
what do you want to know? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Can you point us to a stall that might have some, meager healing potion type magic?
Yeah, I mean,
Can I just buy a
They
health
would,
pot at book price?
yeah, so you could buy health potions basically at book price. They're about 50
Alright,
gold
I'm
each.
buying-
50, right? For the
I'm buying
basic
2.
one?
Yeah. You can buy any like non-magical stuff as well if
Are
you
there
want supplies.
are there greater or superior?
No.
Okay,
Just
so just
normal.
the regular. And do we have to convert the coin?
If you don't have it, then yeah, you'd have to pay to convert whatever you are.
To be pale. Okay. So so 1% additional. All right, so then yeah, I'm going to subtract some from my personal gold just to have an extra healing pot on hand.
Okay.
And I have a
Yeah.
greater. Now I have the potion of
So
healing as well.
we will
And
yeah.
beyond just the money pay, I expect to have some meetings with some higher ups when we're done with this mission. What is it that you exactly want us to do? Just find this camp? Do you want us to destroy this camp?
She says, "Well, they're cultists, so yes, the payment
Burn
would be
them to the
to
ground?
wipe them out."
I look forward to this.
Let's do it.
Very good.
She nods and says, "And if you can do this and bring us proof of the mission, I'll see if I can get you to talk to more of my higher ups."
Proof. Do you want heads, feet, toes,
She says, "Well,
cards?
I suppose
good.
our scouts know the location, so if you say you've killed them and we can confirm it, then that should be enough. You don't have to
I
do anything so gruesome as bring us heads.
Yep,
Can you
also-
provide us a map?
Says all. Yes, I can give you the coordinates.
Thank you.
Perfect.
All right.
How,
So
how long will it be the travel time?
it's a little ways from city, probably, or from the city, probably about 4 or 5 hours to the northwest.
Morning, so it's a good time to travel if we're out in the wastes of the Shadowfell, right?
Yes, we wouldn't send you at night.
Let's go. Okay.
Friend, you have an easy ingress and egress to and from the city, so that we don't have to deal with those annoying guards at the gates.
Good question.
She says, "Oh, that's true. You'd probably want one of the external entrances. Yeah, I'll show you where there's one." And I'll say she
Thank you.
takes you down one of the side tunnels.
Perfect.
And basically, there's another one of those people there that opens a gate, and it teleports you out into kind of a cave area out here, where there's another person waiting. So she says, make sure you mark this location so you can find it again.
It is marked, my friend. Thank you.
Alright. So the group is going to travel to these coordinates. Sounds like you're all itching for a fight.
Yeah, at least, yeah, I felt like there was a couple people really pushing for that, so. Tried to cut the RP down, yeah. After, yeah.
Alright. So you have a map that they gave you, though this is still going through wilderness territory. So give me up to 2 survival checks, though the DC is reduced considerably.
I think Rhea is one of the better ones, but it's been a while since I was playing her, so I don't know if there's other members of the group that are better.
Rhea and Ophelia. Well, Rhea would be first.
Oh, you want me to do it? All right, sure.
It's a competition, try to beat me. Oh, never mind.
Ophelia is just like, she's lost. She's like, where are we?
I gotta.
Oh,
Alright,
great, it all
modifier
looks
either.
the same.
These
Not a
woods
bad
look
modifier either.
familiar. So you're traveling through the wooded areas. Definitely a lack. There's definitely a lack of wildlife compared to what you're used to in Gaian. It's mostly small game here. You'd see some birds, but not nearly as many animals.
Kind of. Are there any animals that we see?
Yeah, like I said, mostly smaller animals.
Just like the squirrels and stuff you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. As a druid, I'm always very particular about whether or not I learned new wild shapes, but go ahead, yeah.
So as you are walking, you come upon a deer carcass. Although it doesn't look like it's been killed by any predator. It looks like it's been almost completely drained of life force. Like it's basically got like energy or HP drain, life drain on it.
I would ask Shara, like, is this normal for this plane? Because on Gaian or the Feywild, this would be foul magic.
Perception might actually reveal something here. If
Are we limited, or can everyone perceive?
anyone can roll. All right. So as you're looking over the deer carcass, I'll say Ophelia with your 24, you would start to notice what you thought was just like kind of grass in the area. It looks like there are a bunch of dead birds and other small animals, also looking extremely gaunt and drained of life. Shara would stand up from her examination and say, usually I would think this is a wraith attack, but this life drain seems like something more foul. It's much more powerful, because I've seen animals killed by wraiths.
Is something that's unfamiliar to you, or worrying, or?
She nods.
Okay.
Well, perhaps we should proceed with caution then. It
Yeah.
definitely seems like there are things here that will drain us. So let us be on high alert, and perhaps move stealthily as we're going forward.
Actually, now that she mentioned that, Arcana might reveal something else.
Trained?
Yeah, it would be a trained roll if anyone has it. I think one person.
EB
has
on
it.
everybody but Val. Sorry, Val.
Does Vel have a Arcana? I actually
She
don't know
does, yeah.
Vel's.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, Vel, you think that this indeed is some sort of ritual. It looks like a very large, very powerful ritual that may have, like, struck an area and drained everything in that area.
I'll pass that along to the party, saying that this is a ritual that was cast here that drained everything in the area, not just one being.
Oh, wow. This is alarming. Very foul magic.
Oh well, let's go in.
Alright, so you continue on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the coordinates, yeah.
Let's go right through it. We gotta get rid of this thing.
Yeah, something did this. Something bad. Alright,
Something that's gonna
so you're
die.
getting
Who said that?
close. You're getting close to the campsite, or at least you think you are. According to this, it should be just kind of up this hill area, within maybe a couple of 1,000 feet. How do you want to approach?
Let's try for stealth. What do you guys think?
Stealthily?
Yeah. I mean, let's be ready if stealth fails, but I think that's always a good way to start. See how close we can get, how much info we can gather.
Alright, so you're trying to stealth up.
Oh, do you guys want extra magic, extra stealth magic, pass without trace?
I
that's
do
probably
not think
pretty-
we'd be successful otherwise.
Yeah, that's super good.
Oh, let me do it where it actually subtracts the spell slot. There we go.
Alright, so you're going to try this with pass without trace.
Yeah, see how close we can get. I don't expect to necessarily get all the way, but, you know, this what might give us a good spot if we do encounter a...
And you're
Combat.
basically going for like an ambush to try to like rush in without them seeing you? Or are you just trying
Yeah,
to
let's-
scout?
No, I think ambush, right, guys?
I leave it to the party leader. Or
Okay.
Ambush them.
Yeah.
Let's ambush them.
If we're walking
We
up, we
made
can
the
sneak up on
decision.
them, ambush.
I mean,
Yeah.
Aria's probably pretty incensed at having seen what that ritual done to the wildlife. So yeah, like we're ambushing.
Alright,
Sounds
give
good.
me stealth checks.
All right, so everyone has plus 10.
Oh wow, we rolled pretty well.
23.
I think we're missing one roll, but yeah. So 20
Oh.
is the lowest.
Alright, give me one moment to check something.
20 and 26, I think, are the lowest. Yeah.
Oh, 26.
20 and 26, yeah.
Don't think they have something that can spot that, but let me just double check.
Oh, do we take the two lowest? No,
I think
thought
he
we-
takes the two lowest, doesn't he? Don't you? Well, those are
Well,
the ones that the enemy has to beat,
I take the
right?
low. Well, when you're trying to ambush, I have to take the lowest roll of the group.
Oh, well, then that's the 20, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, the lowest. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, the lowest is 20. Yeah.
all right.
I thought it was the lowest too. Sorry, yeah. No, Ophelia, that's why we did pass without trace. That
Yeah, pass
20
without
good
trace
roll.
is a beast for stealthing. Okay,
What are you deceiving, Linus?
deceptive.
We need to get Ophelia some mithril so that she's not so like weighed down with her 8 strength.
Yeah.
All right. So as you are coming up the hill here, you definitely see some smoke up ahead, which could be coming from a campfire, and you start to hear voices.
All right.
So we're having you rush in.
Can those of us with like the high perception kind of try to like see if we can pick up anything of those voices as we approach? But I think we're continuing to approach stealthily and get in a good position.
Yeah, I believe you're trying to just move in as quickly as possible.
Same people, Ophelia, for this EB? Because like, we've been traveling for a bit, right?
Yeah, everyone but Val. Yeah, I think we're
Okay.
still within the 10 minutes, but
Oh, okay,
just in
okay,
case.
Perfect, okay.
So I'm just going to give them -5 to their rolls.
Can I,
because- Yeah.
as we're coming around and we know we're gonna ambush them, if I cast a spell, would that like alert them?
Yes.
On it?
That would screw up
Okay.
your ambush.
Okay.
Alright, so I just kind of put you on the map. But yeah, you basically come rushing up the hill here. And ahead of you... Oh, wait, sorry, the light shouldn't be off because it's
Just a quick question:
time. Yeah?
Has an hour passed and Frank is gone, or is he still with us?
Yeah, it was a 4-hour trip to get here.
Gotcha.
Alright, so as you come rushing up the hill, they definitely were not ready. They're caught off guard as you start rushing towards the camp. You would see several shadowy figures here. You hope these are children of Shadow because they don't have any markings on them, but they do seem hostile. So
There are
go ahead.
markings we were expecting.
No,
like
but I
children
don't
of
think
Shadow
you've met your numbers before, or their members before, so you're not sure what
Gotcha,
to
okay.
expect. But
Okay.
go ahead, give me initiative rolls because you did catch them by surprise.
Do we do this at advantage or no?
Usually I think they get disadvantage.
Okay.
You know what? Go ahead, give yourselves advantage on the roll because that'll be easier than me trying to give them all disadvantage.
Oh, good.
I just rolled worse on my. Oh, man.
I rolled the same.
You have advantage, so you get, and then you also get EB for the
But I
Oh,
rolled
does
worse.
EB apply?
EB applies to initiative.
Oh,
Yes.
Can I just keep my
forgot
first
that. Okay.
initiative roll?
So Rhea
Well, yeah,
is
if you rolled at advantage, you take the higher.
17.
So if your first one
17.
was higher, you keep that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to readjust it in the turn tracker once
What's
she
the
puts it up.
tracker?
That's a good question.
I
Where
don't
is
see
my
it.
turn tracker?
So I have to add
Oh.
2 to mine.
I guess Balak
Give me a second.
would be on here too.
I don't think Balak is actually. No, yeah, well, he is. Sorry, yeah, because we are still short. Yeah.
Yeah, you
okay.
can pull Balak out and roll for him. I just need to pop out for a sec because my scripts just broke. Just restarting them.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
12 better than 7.
Well, it's only 5 better, but you know.
It's better.
Alright, and they get disadvantage, which I'm just going to -5 from them because I don't have a good way of rolling initiative disadvantage. Alright, that should have fixed it. Yeah.
Alright, let me add
Okay.
EB here. Don't forget to add EB, guys.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't take. I added it and it didn't take. Okay, let me do this
Not
again.
letting me
Remember-
edit the
It's not letting you what?
Sorry. Initiative.
Yeah, it's not letting me change the number.
Oh, really?
Let me
should
change
be-
There we go.
Yeah.
It worked. Okay. Oh wait, but it took my portrait away.
There we go.
That's weird. I changed it, but it took my portrait away.
I
Oh, now I'm not even there. Now I'm not even there. I'm gone.
Goodbye. Your token's gone forever.
Alright,
Okay,
You
so let
disappeared
me.
off the map.
Am I on there for you, Lou, or am I gone?
Uh,
Oh wait,
I-
did my token?
I
Oh wait, where
don't-
did my token go?
I don't see. You may have deleted yourself.
I didn't though. I was my cursor was in the turn order, adjusting the number there.
All right. Well, go ahead and pull yourself back out. It's fine.
All right, so I rolled again, but I'm going to adjust it to the correct amount, which is 17. Oh, there. Okay, it worked that time. I did exactly the same thing I did the last 2 times, but it worked this time.
All right. So, as I said, as you come running up the hill, a bunch of them turn around, seeming surprised that you're here. One of the ones up front, well, I guess before they can do anything, even talk, Linus, you get to act first. What do you want to do? So they are dressed in strange garb that looks a little bit different from what you've seen some of the other shadow elves wearing. But yeah, nothing like screams like cultists or anything like that.
Cool. Well, if I bonus action steady aim, does that give me advantage on the if I take a reaction? I don't.
Next
Cool.
attack roll
I'm
on the
just saying
current
that-
turn. So
yeah.
no.
Yeah. So then I will pull out my hunting rifle, level it at this guy to the north. Use steady aim and pull the trigger.
All right. So as you're running up, you quickly take aim at this guy, firing at advantage. A shot rings out as the violence starts.
Yeah.
I swear I took this 3 times. There we go.
All right, so 25 is going to strike, doing a sneak attack as well. So he is struck for 41 piercing damage. Oh, staggering.
By the way,
Yeah.
are you sure that damage is right?
Oh, I have.
It doesn't matter, but I think I might feel a little bit wrong.
A little bit too much. It
Well-
should be +7 instead of +9.
Okay, so just
Do less?
adjust that then. So it would be 39
Yep.
points of damage.
Is it damage is what? Plus modifier, right?
Yeah, plus your, I believe, dex for firearms.
So
Yeah.
then max would be +5.
Well, what's the other damage bonus for?
The plus
Uh,
4?
I mean, it's not a crit now.
Well, is the 4 your dex? And the 5 is your
No,
proficiency,
the 5
right?
is the dex. I don't know what the 4 is.
So I just took. I don't know what the 4 is either. I just took it off.
All right, so then that would be
The 37.
37 damage. All right.
Still very good.
All right,
That's-
so
that's
yeah,
not
he
bad.
is shot for 37, doing 1 level of wound as the shot strikes his shoulder, almost knocking him over from the force. Oh. All right,
Cool.
so that's it for Linus. Riala.
Do any of my companions have a non-magical weapon?
I don't.
Don't use a weapon.
And I don't use a weapon too often either.
I'll move up.
Balak doesn't. That's a good point.
Is Balak? Oh, okay. Where's Balak? Okay, then I'll go here. Let's do elemental weapon.
All right, so you cast elemental weapon on Balak.
And I'm gonna pick. I don't know. Let's go with acid. There's not many people have resistance to that. Acid.
His mace begins sizzling with acid damage. He says,
And then I'll
that'll
back
do."
off again. And I think for bonus action, I might. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen in this fight. I'm gonna use my Celestial Revelation, and that'll be my turn.
Alright,
will
go
link
ahead
it.
and mark yourself as concentrating, and just remember that acid damage.
Rio,
Ophelia.
spread out. Get away from us.
What?
Spread out. Get away.
So as my turn, cast a level 4 Spirit Guardians. I move up 30 feet. Boop, 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 boop. Running right up to get in their face.
I moved back because I thought you guys were gonna move forward, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I am then going to. Oh, I guess I gotta mark EB on these people. Boop, boop, boop. I am going to bonus action. Nothing good right now. Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there.
This guy yells, "Look out! We're under attack! Take cover!" So he goes now. He is gonna see you all lit up. Radiant
Me?
energy all
Yeah,
over
yeah.
you. He is not gonna like that one bit. So he is gonna back up.
Yeah, I was hoping I was far enough away they wouldn't attack me because I'm squishy.
Getting in some cover back here and taking the dodge action. That's it for him. Kudo.
So these are the coordinates. This is the place that we were sent to,
Yes, this is the camp.
and we were informed that these were the children of the sun, but
of
these
the
guys
shadow.
don't look like them.
Well,
Or-
no, they look like, they just look like warriors of some kind, like armored people. But, I mean, you're not really sure what the Children of Shadow are supposed to look like, so you assume this is them. This
And
is
what are these people look like? Do they look like followers, or they look different?
So they look like dark or shadow elves as well. They're wielding bows. These guys are kind of bald-looking guys with a spiked chain on their back. This guy over here has robes on, and he has a staff.
Okay. It's the spellcaster.
You would assume. Here, I'll give you some pictures. So this, this is like the guy that was just shot. This is one of them.
Okay. Well, to start, I will just I will do my innate sorcery thing.
Yeah.
And you'll just see kind of I don't know if it looks like anything, but I look more powerful now. And then I'm going to cast just a cantrip first to start. At which was the guy oh, he's all the way back there. That's the guy that he shot. All right.
Yeah. He
I'll
took
shoot
cover.
the guy that's I will shoot the guy that's closest to us for now.
So this guy.
This guy. And the innate sorcery gives me advantage on attacks.
Okay.
And I will use Emboldening Bond for this. And I'll do it as thunder.
All right. So you blast a shot at him. Check something. So that is gonna strike him.
Okay.
AC 17. So he is blasted for 22 points of damage.
Okay. You'll see that it looks like the thunder hits him, but another one splits off and hits him for a little bit of a burst. And I'm going to run 30 feet over here behind Ophelia. That's my turn.
Okay. So he yells, "They have casters!" And this
Get 'em.
guy kind of stands up and says, "So do we," as he begins to chant.
Oh no.
Silvery barbs.
Silver barbs. That doesn't even make sense.
He's way far away, and I don't have it anymore.
Alright, so as
I guess Tito had it too.
he finishes his spell, he smiles and snaps his finger. As a dark energy kind of explodes in a huge radius. Which I will put out.
Oh, you son of a bitch! It's a huge radius, man. Oh shit!
Is that better?
That is
Yeah,
Big.
that's a lot better.
So you are suddenly all surrounded by darkness.
Is it
Uh,
malevolent?
oh yeah, this definitely is malevolent as you feel some sort of energy pulsing all around you, and you feel your psyche being undone. It feels similar to the Mind Flayer's attacks, although this is just a huge area. Let me see. So you can't see through it, you can just hear them. Oh, and he put it here so it doesn't hit his guy.
So do I recognize the spell? Since it's probably one that I actually have. Is it Hadar?
No, it's not Hadar. Give me, I guess, an Arcana check to see if you recognize. This is actually a higher level spell.
I'm not trained in Arcana.
Alright, so I don't think...
Oh, is it? Sorry. It's not Hunger of Hadar. Okay, gotcha.
No, it's not. So yeah, you don't recognize this spell. Because this darkness, like, you would hear maddening shrieks and screams and gibbering all around you, and it's starting to unravel your senses. That's it for him. Balak. So
What does this do to Balak?
you start your turn in it. I need a wisdom save. DC
no.
17.
Oh, Balak can do this totally.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Alright, so he would make it. And he is going to take 19 points of psychic damage as he kind of grips his head in pain and says, "We gotta get out of this.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
dispel it."
Balak actually goes, "Ah, you know what? I'll do it." As he throws up a level 5 dispel magic.
Alright, so then I need an ability score check. Wisdom.
Upcast.
DC is 18.
With an
Nah,
upcast?
don't roll yet. He rolls a 17.
Alright, so you use
With my
one of your
portent.
portent dice. So as Balak is doing his spell, Vel kind of thinks and suddenly has
Good job, Val.
a realization. I've seen this before. And you do indeed dispel the effect. Alright, what else?
Alright.
He casts
So that is-
curses.
That is Balak's main action. He is going to move up now 30 feet, and he is going to... Oh, I should have used his fucking reaction, dude. He's a dumbass. That's fine. Yeah, he has really nothing else he can do for his bonus, so that's gonna be it for him.
Alright, Valindra.
So is the aura gone?
Yes, the
Um,
darkness has dissipated. If you still see it, then you need to refresh.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sickening Radiance,
Okay.
and
a
I'm
good
gonna put it. Let's see here.
I think I do have a 30-foot radius effect.
Yeah. Put that. Whoops. Wrong button. Sorry. And I'll drag it on once I can find it. It's under the journal or the little paintbrush thing, right?
It
Or the
is
journal.
under the effects, under resources, spell
Yeah, I found
effects.
it. 30-foot radius. Okay.
Alright.
I'll put it right there.
Alright. So there is an explosion of radiant energy as you begin concentrating on the spell.
Nice.
What's going
And
on?
I'll
Several
concentrate
yell.
here. I'm gonna move. I don't like being right here.
Yeah, let's get
Light
unplumped.
energy.
I'll move here. And then I'll concentrate. And that's the, make sure I get the right symbol here. I'll mark that, and that's my turn.
The wizard would yell, "Disrupt her concentration. I'll deal with this."
She's too far away. You can't get her.
The archer runs up behind the well here, taking cover. She is gonna fire at Ophelia. So she's gonna do 2 shots. Just check her powers really quick. Okay. So as a bonus action, she's going to attempt a stealth. What's your passive again, Ophelia?
19.
19. Alright, she seems to fade into the darkness and you lose sight of her. Suddenly an arrow comes flying at you. 22, I believe, is going to hit with advantage. Unless you got something.
No, I don't have anything, but I am going to use Balak's reaction and reduce damage to this.
Alright, so he uses his reaction. And he does have sneak attack on that.
We do have the 5 temp HP, right? So
Alright, so
I guess
sneak
Balak hit it.
attack. It's going to be... so 18 piercing and 4 poison from that shot. She takes a second shot, normal. Ooh, 23 I think is going to hit again. So I'll let you take the damage from the first shot.
All right, first shot done.
Okay. So second shot is going to strike for 7 piercing and 5 poison.
All right.
And I need 2 concentration checks.
Yeah.
That's it for the Shadow Elf, although I don't know if you can fail these because you have your crazy stuff. So this one starts in the Radiant Energy, which I believe is a con save?
It is a Constitution saving throw. Yep. DC 18.
Alright, so she would fail.
She takes 4d10 and a level of exhaustion. Let me find it here.
Alright, so she screams as she is enveloped in the Radiant Energy, dying. So that's it for her. The next one also has to make a save. That's going to be con again. Oh, so this one would make it. She is able to resist. Still pretty freaked out. She's going to run over this way and says, "I thought you were handling it." And she fires at Ophelia as well. Actually... Yeah, she's going to attempt to hide in the darkness. And she's going to fire at... Well, no, he has cover. She'll fire at Ophelia. So, she does a stealth check. Attempting to fade into shadow. Once again, she does roll high enough. So
She's in my light, dude.
What light?
She's in Balak's.
Balak's light?
Oh, I guess it's just a sight. Never mind.
Yeah, no, there's because it's dark all around. She has an ability where she can use the darkness to fade away because it's the Shadowfell. So she fires at advantage. Oh, 23 with advantage is gonna strike.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so 13 piercing and 4 poison. And a second shot. That one is going to miss, just barely though. Balak's like, "Get down behind some cover!" Alright, so the Shadow Dancer starts in a Flaming Radiance. He is going to fail, gaining a level of exhaustion. And a level of wound, as he is seared by the energy. For 12, it looks like.
Yeah, and a level of exhaustion.
Okay. Did he get hit already, or am I imagining it? Yeah, Kudo shot
I
him.
believe he got hit. Linus, or Kudo shot him.
Yeah, it was Kudo,
Shot
I
him.
believe. Alright, so he is going to suddenly step into shadow, reappearing over here. As he dances around, his spike chain spins around his body, and he is going to whip it towards Balak. First attack, 22, I believe, is going to strike him.
Yeah.
So he is going to hit him for 12 piercing and 19 necrotic as the chain withers him. He's then going to take a second attack. That one will miss as Balak jumps back, and a third spike chain as he's just spinning around. This one is going to strike as well, doing another 12 piercing. Balak is looking a little beat up. He's like, I need to fall back. That's it for him. Back in the woods over here.
Remember, you probably did already. Just remember, if he has exhaustion.
Yeah, the minus
speed
2,
is.
yeah. Well, he used
And
a
the speed-
teleport to get close. Or like
Okay.
a shadow step. But yeah, no, I'm doing the minus 2. Alright, so this guy is going to come over here and try to hide. Oh, he fails though. So Ophelia, you will see the shot coming. Oh, good thing he failed. Missed with the first one. Well, missed with the second one. So both those arrows fly past you. He curses, ending his turn. Linus, new round. What are you gonna do?
I am going to run over here. Once again, level my rifle at this dude standing next to Balak. And pull the trigger.
Alright, there's a loud blast.
It's gonna pop up 4 times here.
what's the +9? Is that your attack?
Yes.
Alright, so unfortunately, that is going to miss on your shot. Anything
Cool.
else?
A 20 misses?
Well, you rolled a 2 + 9. I just used the first thing that pops up.
Plus yeah, and the D4 won't have made a difference. I'll use my bonus action to sprint over here, and that'll be my turn.
Alright. So, Riala. I'm going to try to get one more round in before we stop. Unless anyone has to go.
Shoot,
No, I'm good.
Oh shit! I should have. I was not expecting another turn. Sorry. Let me. What have I got? Nobody needs healing yet, and that's my specialty. So.
Balak and Ophelia.
Oh, you guys were hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry. All right. How bad are you guys? Wait. Let me look. Okay.
Balak has 3 wound levels and Ophelia
Oh, Balak has
one.
3. Okay. All right. Let me do. Where am I? How far am I? All right. I will do a. I can't get to him for cure wounds, so I'll do a mass, or not a mass. A healing word level. Let's do 2.
Alright, so you channel some
Balak.
energy, trying to undo some of that necrotic damage he took.
There it is. Okay. Healing word. Level 2.
Alright,
And-
so I assume you're not healing Clank.
Did it say clank? Oh fuck! I
Yeah.
must have picked the wrong thing in my macro. Sorry. Yeah, but that's for Balak. And then
Alright. So he says
and then let me
thanks.
just check. Let me just check a radiance real quick for my radius real quick for my bonus action. It is 30 or 60. Oh, it's 60. Okay, I'm gonna put down a unicorn totem. I'm gonna move forward my movement. Let's go like this. So there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put out my unicorn totem within 60 feet of me. I want my people to be in it, but I also want it to. Yeah, so I'm gonna go there. All right, and my unicorn totem is. What's the aura?
I believe it's 30 feet.
30. Okay, yeah. Let me pull that out. And
Alright, so
Trying to
you
find a-
heal him, rushing up to cast.
it's not 30-foot radius. It's like 15-foot radius, right?
I thought it was 30-foot
Wait.
radius.
It's
But
a 30-foot radius. Okay.
I mean, you
Oh,
could
nice,
check
okay.
it, but is that it for you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I will move it if I need to, but let me read real quick.
Well, it's a radius
wait,
based. Go ahead.
Oh, I think I have a token, don't I? Or did
Yes.
I used
Well,
to.
you can
I used
use because it's based off of the totem itself, so it's a little bit bigger. But you can put out a spell effect and do a 30-foot radius. Like a
I used
5-foot
to have a token, but okay, yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Ophelia.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Mikey.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was muted. Seeing Rhea move up and Balak getting fucked up, I'm gonna come down here, which I believe is right out of the dude's range. I am going to bonus action and try to pull him into my aura. With my telekinetic DC 17.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my totem, but it's gone. I don't see it. Go ahead.
That's fine. So this new radius is your unicorn, right?
Yes, that's my unicorn. Yeah.
Just placing it. All right. So this guy has to make a strength save. You said.
Yep, DC 17.
All right. So he is gonna fail it. Well, now he has to make a con save, right?
So he's gonna take. Now he has to make a con save.
Okay.
Is it con or wisdom?
For the radiance, I think it's con, right?
I believe it is con.
Yeah.
I'll scream
Ophelia's
it again
effect
real
is
quick.
wisdom. So he will surprisingly make it.
Oh, it is. It is a wisdom saving throw.
For
You're right.
for sickening radiance.
For no, for spirit guardians.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the sickening radiance. That's a con save.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
con.
All right, so he actually does resist it, at least for now. The wizard kind of looks at him being pulled into the radiance, screaming, and he says,
I'm
"Hear
very
me,
confused
attackers."
too. Why does he have sickening radiance?
What?
Why does he have sickening radiance?
What do you mean?
That's what this R
He's not in the sickening radiance anymore.
Who?
Oh, this guy. Didn't you just pull him in?
I pulled him into spirit guardians.
This guy.
No, he pulled this guy
Oh.
into Spirit Guard.
Oh.
Pulled this guy right here. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So he is pulled in. Actually, that would be a different save then, although his strength isn't very good.
Yeah. This is the wisdom save of DC 17.
All right. So he would actually make his strength save with a +1, so he is not pulled.
Okay. So if he fails it, then I am just going to continue moving up. That is all my move speed. I am going to dodge.
All right. So the wizard will yell, "Hear me, attackers! I am Sebastian Spade, and you will not survive this if you do not surrender." As he starts getting ready to cast again.
He's
Fuck you,
monologuing.
Sebastian.
Look at him.
Yeah.
How rude. Alright, so the guy back here was hoping you would approach. Since you didn't, he is going to run forward 30 feet. Teleport 30 feet. And then dash another 30 feet, rushing towards your wizard, Kudo. That's it for him. Kudo.
Kudo reaches out towards him, and he will quicken a spell, expending 2 sorcery points to do that.
Alright.
And cast as a bonus action, telekinesis.
Wow. Alright.
And I'm also going to spend another sorcery point to extend it, which will help me keep concentration on it, I believe. And because I have innate sorcery, I can use 2 meta magics at the same time. Let me post that.
Okay.
So that was 3 sword points in total. And then let me cast telekinesis. I will cast it. I'm not too close to the other caster, so I'll just cast it with a spell slot.
Okay.
And
you're
I'm
targeting
going to
this guy, right?
this guy right in front of me, yeah.
Alright, so he has to make a... Is it a save or is it a check? I always forget this.
The new one is a save, unfortunately.
Strength save? Alright. So you begin concentrating, kind of, like you said, grasping at him, attempting to stop him with telekinetic energy. So strength. What's the DC?
DC 19.
Alright, so with a +1, he does make it, kind of stopping for a moment as the energy grips him, but then, like, basically resting free of it for now. Ugh.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think so.
And I'll use my action to try it again.
Alright. What? This is bullshit. Oh, you failed that one. Ah! So, like, the second time as he's smiling at you, suddenly you just grab him and yoink him right off the ground. Oh.
You see Kudo just gesture towards Ophelia's aura, and I'll pull him into the aura. So I'll put him like right over here. He doesn't look like he has reach. I don't want to put him too close to Balak, but I'll put him like right on the edge here.
You think he does have reach. His spike chain probably has about a 15-foot reach.
And I'll put him over here.
Ah, so he goes flying in. Alright, so he has to make a wisdom save. What's the DC?
DC 20.
Alright, so he's going to fail with a +1. Taking
26 damage.
26. Oh.
Radiant, I don't know if it matters.
Alright, so he has 3 level of wounds. Oh.
And I'm gonna back up 20 feet over here.
I imported the totems again, Lou, if you want to remove the spell effect. There it is.
Oh, alright.
So we remember next week. Yeah, there you go.
That is my turn.
Alright, so the Void Wizard is going to...
Oh, could I
Yeah.
also use a free action to drop prone?
Yeah, that's fine. So he's going to step forward. He says, enough of your energies. And he kind of gestures at Ophelia. And suddenly your aura would vanish.
I don't get a save?
No, it's dispelled.
Punk.
Fuck, no save?
There's no save for dispel magic. What do you mean? What do you mean I'll get a save? He says, enough of you,
Yeah.
child. He just traces his finger in the air, seemingly casting a second spell, as 5 darts appear and streak towards you.
What? He can quicken too?
He's cheating.
Peter.
He's cheating. So you would take 18 points of necrotic damage, as his magic missiles seem to be doing necrotic energy.
What? Do I get anything for dodging?
No, it's magic missile.
What the
That's
fuck,
not-
dude?
no
This is
hit,
bullshit.
yeah.
This guy's a fucking hacking, dude. Wall hacks.
Wall hacks!
we're about
Wall
to all
hacks!
pile
How you
on.
shoot me around the corner? Alright.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
we are kind of over, so we might want to stop here. I just wanted to let the wizard do something cool. So why don't we do some MVP votes?
Kudo will say aloud though. He's like, I think it's another sorcerer.
He's got a name. We know his
I forget
name.
it already.
It's like you forgot. Oh my god.
David Spade or something like that.
Douchebag Spade.
David Spade. No. Sebastian Spade.
Rhea is
Sebastian!
capable of
How dare you? All right.
So Rhea is capable of some damage, but also like she's, I don't know, become more geared toward healing because that's what that group needed. This group needed, and like her first turn was she was like, I don't know what to do. Nobody's hurt yet, and now I'm like, okay, I know what to do.
So Vel and Rhea, it's a tie between you two.
Oh wow.
So D20 rolls.
You got it. It's all yours. Come on.
Well, you
It's there
whispered the
for
roll,
you.
but yes, Vel would be the
sorry,
MVP.
8.
No worries.
Very nice.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Sorry if it was slow in the beginning. Any suggestions, comments on the game? I'm just taking some notes.
That's my main feedback was I think everybody is like great at RPing and staying in character, but sometimes I think we like RP every little moment, and it kind of slows things down. And I think the NPCs were great, and they're going to respond in kind and RP it out. So it's kind of up to us to drive it, drive it past some of those moments. But yeah, that's my main feedback, was that I was hankering for some combat for some time. So thank you for getting into it, though.
I could tell.
Yeah,
I
I think
sped it
so.
up a little.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think several of us actually did make decisions to speed things up because of some comments, not just yours, but but also I think it's interesting because people, I don't know, if you have the spotlight, if you have the camera or something, you don't notice that it takes time. But when you don't have the spotlight and someone else is taking time, even if it's something very similar to what you've done, I don't know, then you don't. You're like, let's move along. I don't know.
I don't get it, but what are you trying to say?
What I just said.
All right. I'm off for the night, guys.
Good
I
night,
thought it was a
Lou.
great game. Leah, we already said everything I needed to say, but thanks, Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm heading out as well. Appreciate
Yeah.
everything. Fun session.
All right, everyone. Take care.